Hello, Speed Gaming. Welcome to this best of three with Cruelbeanz versus imyt. This is your losers round three race. This has been a very anticipated race here against these two players. Pretty evenly matched for the most part. Cruelbeanz is a very technical player. imyt's a very speedrun technical player. So we'll see how this one goes. I'm joined here with D-Rock.
What's going on? Oates? Looking forward to this matchup as well. You put it as well as I could, right? Cruelbeanz knows a lot of higher level logic, but imyt's speedrunning prowess, depending on the seed, could make that all irrelevant and just win by basic movement alone. So it's going to be very exciting to see who comes out on top. I expect 3 games out of this. I really do.
Yeah, hopefully. I know it's always stressful as the players when you're trying to advance when you go to game 3, but obviously as a spectator and someone doing commentary, it's very entertaining. So hopefully they can have that stressful game 3.
Yeah. So Cygnus is saying this is like mini Eddie versus mini Oates. I'm guessing that means Beans is the mini Eddie and imyt is the mini Oates here. I know.
Sure, we'll go with Aussie. That. Yeah. Yeah, so this is item draft for the first game. I believe it was imyt that picked Wave and Cruelbeanz that picked Grapple. The vetoes were... Do you remember the vetoes? I think I have it here.
Yeah, Beans banned Varia, and then imyt banned X-Ray, perhaps lending to the theory that Cruelbeanz could do some crazy stuff with the X-Ray that imyt... Oh, there's the quick mother brain there. So that's good knowledge, right, Oates?
Yeah, this is always interesting to find Mother Brain this quickly because now, especially with Norfair being the first zone, I assume we're going to see more than one exit. So it all comes down to where majors are in relation to the player. And if they want to just play for the closest zone, or if they want to play for majors and a farther away zone, a lot of players will tend to do these things differently. imyt just seeing if that's a major. They both check. It is a major. They can't actually see the major yet. So they might be able to if they drop down, but there's no point yet. They need morph. So
yeah, and odds are that the progression will probably point to them coming back for that eventually. So no reason to waste a super right now. Just go on and get morph, and then you can come back later.
Right. This early on, if you see that major, you're going to have to grab it. So they're just going to be looking for the first ammo door. They're going to take this save, which is always smart because they're going to use this as a potential pivot if this ammo door leads to nothing, because they haven't checked the top of the wreck ship shaft yet. So I don't know what imyt's trying to do here. He needs power bombs.
Beans didn't check that room either. He vied for this pink door that he knew was here instead of the one by the save. So I think it might be a map prioritization.
Yeah, this is good. I think early on it doesn't really matter too much. imyt's been trying to work on his pause menu, so I do respect him not even checking and just checking the nearest ammo doors as opposed to pausing. And this is a heat room, so they're gonna have to just revert more than likely. All right, so we see Brinstar, we see Torian, we see 4 majors. Well, this is a little bit rough. And Ridley. Okay, so this scenario is actually kind of favorable. And it's kind of... It makes your decisions really, really easy, because you don't have to worry about dealing with Ridley at any point until the very end of the game.
Correct.
Yeah, generally, if Ridley is farther away from Mother Brain, you start to panic. You need to factor in routing and stuff. But this is just get as much as you can, be go mode, kill Ridley, finish the game.
Yeah, and I think they're both banking on the fact that the single chamber is a pretty sizable heck run where one tank couldn't be what's expected of the runner. So maybe they think that morph... Okay, so the E-tank here will tell them to go back to single chamber, and morph is likely going to be at the bottom of big pink.
Yeah, this is a fine decision. I think you can almost assume that there will be a filler E-tank somewhere. You might be able to assume that Varia is an item, but generally, I think you would just assume the fillery tank. So either way, it's fine to try to find that and then go through single chamber, because you can get kind of in a bad situation if you just force yourself to go through single chamber without anything.
Yeah, and just looking at that, okay, so that's the second from the top room, so they'll be able to get back in. I thought for a second it could be that power bomb door that you drop down into and you can't get back without power bombs, but it looks like this is going to be the correct way for progression. I mean, you could still potentially get something like a Varia out at West Ocean. I guess it just depends, but this has to be Morph, I feel, right?
I think this has to be Morph, unless I misread the map and there's something more to the right. But I believe this is Morph, which probably leads to there is an X. They have supers, which means that's probably the power bombs, which will get them where they need to go for this other major. But we'll see.
Nevi's saying it could be Screw, which would get you to the top of, or the middle portion of the Screw attack room, but I think it probably is just Morph.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Morph.
Okay. Do you go get those missiles at Mama Turtle?
I didn't actually see how far Mama Turtle. Well, let's see. I generally try to avoid missiles that are, more than a room away. This is really, I think, up to the player. So if they enter Torian, let's say, and they don't get a missile, and all of a sudden they're fighting Phantoon, those missiles would have come in handy. But
yeah,
it's kind of tough to say. There's missiles are obviously the most abundant item. So if you prioritize them, it's kind of bad generally.
Okay, it looks like they're both going to bail on that, which it's okay. Like you said, it's not likely that they'll run into Phantoon without at least having picked up one missile pack. So if they wanted to go along with this, then that's perfectly fine. So it looks like they're just pretty much mirroring each other for now.
Yeah, I think this is smart. They're going to find missiles eventually, and if they don't, that's just really bad luck. So they're doing the favorable play here, just skipping. And then I didn't quite see. I think they have to go back to Brinstar. Maybe. I don't think there's much else that they can do. Well, they can go to Ocean Item. So yeah, we'll see what Ocean Item has.
It's got to be something that destroys blocks. So it's either going to be bombs or Screw attack, because there's a major up there and spooky missiles. There's also one directly below us right now, as you can see. So this has to be bombs or Screw, I think.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, Screw. Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He can get out, right? It's just, okay. Oh. Oof, good thing he knows how to move Samus.
Yeah. Oh, no.
What's he doing?
Oh, he fell. He shot his missile.
Spin jump. No.
He lost his super. That was his last super missile.
Yeah.
I probably would have peeked. No, he couldn't get back. He needs explosives to get out from the bottom there. Yeah, it's going to be about a 2-minute loss right there.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. When this happens, you just need to pretend it never happened and just go. It's
I don't think
what's terrible is when people start to make decisions based off of reverts or deaths. That's when things start to go south. It's best to just play the game you were playing and pick back up where you left off.
Yeah. I think Emmett is failing to recognize that he has to go back to Screw attack room, because it's not right there on the map. He'll have to go to Brinstar. There you go.
There, he's on. Yep.
Wave bails him out here.
Oh, nice. Yep. Yeah, both players are making a couple mistakes that are kind of putting them in rough positions, which is understandable. They both know that they could definitely lose this match. So, both players are, they're both good. They know who they're up against.
Yeah. So here he's going to go get the morph. He'll go get that back. I know there's another major there. There's 2 majors here within the vicinity in Norfair where they are, but they cannot get those yet. they'll need bombs or power bombs, which hopefully will be the next on the progression list, so we can come back and finally see what's hiding over there.
Yep. So
Oh,
this is gonna be
here we go.
power bombs. Yep. Yeah, very nice. We'll see if
Very
Bean,
straightforward seed.
Yeah, we'll see if Beans recognizes this. Back up the Brintstar. I'm sure he's already thought of it once he got Screw Attack, but
Yeah.
having some difficulties here.
Yeah, the people already in chat are bringing up the chair being an issue for him, and I think it is that he probably forgot how the sprite probably threw him off with like how far he could scroll before he fell into that pit, and then also aiming up, he instead aimed to the left and fired his last super missile, which caused him to soft lock. So
yeah, there's no way that I'm playing with a sprite like this. Not in a tournament match. It's unless you're extremely comfortable. There's no way. Sometimes you need to see the exact pixel. I know Aussie plays with it, but Aussie's probably studied what pixels work on this chair. So, you know.
Yeah, I've been thinking about using the sprite for my bronze matchup coming up, but I mean, I know it's not
needs
really
to be
like
kind of careful here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he's good. He's good.
So.
Okay.
Ooh,
so filler. Yeah, it kind of makes sense since they got power bombs. All
right, this is not a given here. This is not a given.
Needs to be a little bit careful, but once he's on this next platform, it's free.
Yeah. Sometimes it's really hard to get up on that higher ledge with the wall jump. I've definitely died a couple times there before. And then with the pressures of the Metroid and being suitless, you really don't have a lot of room for error, though. Looks like he picked up Spring Ball, too? Yeah.
Oh, he did. Yes.
All right. So I think Beans probably is about 4 minutes now because of the delay and getting back to Big Pink. He's probably going to go get Spazer. I mean, it's close enough to where you just check it. But obviously he has to go up first to get the power bombs.
Right, yeah. I think
he's got to get Morph first. I forgot he still has to get Morph again.
No, he just
not Morph. So Screw Attack.
Screw Attack. Yep. So he'll be grabbing Screw Attack, and we'll see how quick he can recognize the logic that wants you to go up with the Screw Attack for power bombs. As long as he can recognize that quick, he should be just fine. I'm curious to know. I think one of imyt's weaknesses is his indecisiveness on what decision to make next, as opposed to just seeing a point where he should run and just doing it. He will question whether or not that's correct for quite a while. So I think if Beans can just see the decision or see the proper solution and just do it immediately, he will make up quite a bit of time.
Absolutely. This does kind of seem like a imyt coded seed for now, just because you could only do one thing in Brintstar, and that was to get Morph and then the E-Tank and then power bombs. But everything's basically contained in this map for now, at least until they get to, I think there was another region on the left or something. Korean.
Yes.
Because they can't get up to the top of Screw Attack room yet.
So so Brintstar connects to the right side of Norfair. I think imyt needs to go to a new zone. He's really trying to hone in on these majors to the right, or just the one major. This is a tough thing he's about to attempt, because he has to go through 2 heat rooms if he does continue to go to the right for these majors. I think this is a very risky play instead of just playing a little more straightforward if he does.
What is that? Is that lower Norfair elevator?
No, it is the Ripper room. So.
Okay. As long as he doesn't get a hit from one of these pirates. Ooh.
That was close.
I was worried that
Yeah.
I was worried that his Screw Attack frames would have run out. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so he needed to collect 2 supers quickly, and then that will give him some health if he gets those 2 quick enough. But so Beans is going to power bombs, and as long as, like I said, as long as he recognizes his step by step and just plays a nice, calm game, I think he's going to make up a lot of time on imyt here. I think this is an interesting choice for sure, but Unless I misread the map, I think Torian was kind of the best option.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Brinch entrance over here, which he can obviously get to. He'll pick up a major over here at the lower Norfair E-Tank room. So it's possible that he could have been baited by that because he does have the ability to go into Turian and come back. So that's definitely an option. So there might be also a possibility for Divergence. I think the thing that's tipping Emmett off is that Spring Ball probably told him to come through the Botwing E-Tank room.
Yeah.
So this could be something like high jump boots or something that'll help him finish the ability to get through water rooms.
Yeah. Space.
Nice. More movement, I guess.
Yeah, I think if there was another E-Tank available to them, this might be logical because there is a way back. It's hard to say with Screw Attack, 2 E-Tanks, that might be cutting it slightly close for hard logic, but who knows? I always think something's way harder than it is, but if you have Screw Attack, that gives you a lot of lenience.
Absolutely. Ooh, where are you going, Emmett? You're about to fall off.
he can't see. It's too dark.
Mo is saying, don't go to B, Emmett.
He's going to B. Yep.
I mean, if you're here, you have to go to B. I mean,
right.
The question is,
that's almost why I'm like not super fond of this play because it kind of forces you into a position. This is not in logic.
It's very hard, right? Yeah, it's a precise spring ball jump. That's a good point. I forgot about that. Right here, this one may take him one or like a couple tries.
Yeah, it's not easy. Ooh, yeah, you need to spring ball jump at the very peak of your height. And we're seeing Beans go for some supers, picking up some X's. I really hope he goes to Torian because I'd love to see Divergence, and I'd love to see, what Torian has if that is what the game wanted.
Also of note that Beans did skip Phaser, which saved him about a minute.
All right. Yeah, that's interesting to skip that. You can kind of assume that it's filler, but it's a little bit tough. Emmett running into water immediately. So water and heat. Yeah. Definitely not happy about this. He's hoping to see some good progress. This might be a potential speed lock area. Who knows?
Beans loading up on these missiles here. I don't think. Oh my God! Be careful!
No!
Oh my God! I thought he got
going
hit.
through worst room of the game here as well. This is. Oh no! Just get through it. What room is this?
This could be amphitheater. Oh.
Okay.
Oh my God! There's another. Another. No!
Oh God! No! Keep spinning. Okay.
Oh my!
All right, that could have been, the red pirate shaft there. Who knows? But
yeah, I was expecting amphitheater at some point. One of those two.
Yeah. So at least Emmett's making it somewhat entertaining here. But yeah,
I also think if I'm Beans, I just bail on this. It's not worth it. He hasn't saved in a while, and one disastrous Mama Turtle. Yeah.
He just needs to get to a save. Both players just looking to the right here. It's freaking me out. I feel like Torian is just the answer, especially for tournament play and match one. It's a little bit scary to try to go all out and make big divergences from what you assume the logic wants.
Yeah, so it's becoming increasingly clear that it's perhaps Torian that was the play here, with the value of hindsight and for other points that you mentioned before. With the Emmett, you can't get. I don't think he can get out of here.
He cannot. So hopefully he's saved.
He has not saved since. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think he's stuck down here.
Yeah, because it's a speed lock. So he saved at the entrance of B, apparently.
Okay, well that's not terrible, but
yeah. I like the ambition here. Let's see where it takes him. because he's close to the map. Maybe he's just playing for the map, which is smart.
No,
I
don't even think he can get out of this or get out.
Oh, can he not get out of this? I thought he could spin out of this. I thought it was just high enough. Maybe a couple underwater wall jumps without high jump. You got this.
Yeah.
Plug in the hitbox.
Oh. Yeah. It. Oh. No. This is.
I feel like
maybe
you
you
should
could.
be
Yeah.
able to do this.
Even without high jump, maybe. Obviously we all know of the underwater wall jumps with high jump boots, and I know it's technically possible.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
There you go. Very nice. I was gonna say I feel like that's high enough.
All right. Well, he's not getting back at least.
Oh, this is just getting worse and worse. So yeah, Cruelbeanz also went this way. So this is maybe what Cruelbeanz is thinking. That death was not, good for him, obviously. And maybe he's just trying to make a play that he thinks imyt won't be making.
Yeah, he's trying to think that imyt zigged where he's going to zag. He probably thinks that imyt went to Turian like a good little boy, but as we can see,
yeah,
I think imyt's journey ends here, unless this is like Butterfly Room.
Yeah. If it's
no,
it is Butterfly. Nice.
No, it's not.
No, never mind. Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks. Yeah, he's not going anywhere here. I don't think this is possible to get past this ledge. Unless I'm wrong. Can he get to this one? I don't think he can unless he... Well, I'll just let imyt's skill speak for itself. Watch and learn, everyone. There it is. Oh. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Well, the real bummer is that there might have been a better play. Once you see Cack Alley, and again, this might be hindsight, but go check the bottom of the Key Hunter room there before you go, because it's possible that it could loop around down to the left.
Right. So if you look at the map, it kind of... Yeah, if you would just went to the bottom, it looks like it's just right there, the map, and to the left.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer. And he's just kind of bailing on it now at this point, which, honestly, I just say full commit. There's a health refill right there. Just do what you got to do. But both players now essentially are even. Beans up a missile pack and a super pack. But here we are now. So that play to B, I know imyt right now, and his thought process is, I lost because he sees Torian over there. Maybe he forgot about it, but he's thinking that Beans just immediately ran to Torian. So
I don't think it's an overlook. I think he thought everything leading up to Brinstar was in logic, up to even including the Oasis play, or maybe he was just fixated on, I can get through Batu and E-Tank. That must be the progression, which we all could be forgiven if we do something like that. And even then, going to Oasis could be forgiven for at least a peak. I think Cruelbeanz might have recognized this wasn't in hard. So the moment that he started seeing some trouble, he's like, I'm just gonna bail.
Yeah. I'm not sure if imyt knows that that's not in hard or not. So, but I mean, even if not, like, it's not a bad play to check, because it just so happened to not work out for him this play. But you never know if getting over there is not technically in logic, you can get some pretty good items, if it's forcing suits late game.
I mean, there's a non-zero chance you just run into something like high jump boots, or or God forbid Varia or Gravity. And you just
then that's just a win, So not quite, but could definitely lead to a win.
Yeah. So I think they just go Turian now, right?
Yep.
No reason for them to go anywhere else.
Well, Brinstar.
You could go to the top. Yeah, you could go to the top of you can go top of Screw Attack room.
Yep. And that's probably what it wanted. If it does want you to go over there with the Batoon Hall, it probably wants you to get space leading to...
And that's kind of dirty from the seed to expect you to do that.
It is.
Honestly, because you have a Brinstar entrance there, so you're like, I'll just do that. But again, you have to recognize that that's a very hard trick, not a hard trick, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. he might be going for Spacer now finally.
Yeah, I'd probably assume that he would.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, even if you know it's a filler. I mean, a filler
Yeah.
charge is, you know.
Emmett playing soccer with Gary.
Yeah, it's just reset. Gary is going to take you out.
He also could have just shot the guy at the top, the one at the top. There you go. That's fine.
Someone asked, as runners, what would you guys do? The major to the right is tempting because you see Batuan's Hall, so it could very well be a logical step. I think I would be okay with saving and going immediately to Torian, because that major to the right, even if it is you space jump and allows you to go to Bryn, is kind of out of the way, and I don't really like it too much. That's unfortunate for Emmett.
Yeah, you could try going down the bottom left. Yeah, for me, I probably play what Beans did here, but maybe with a pivot save too. The question is, for me, that I have to figure out, Cruelbeanz doing the same thing, is how much do I weigh that space jump? Like, I'll go there and I'll get it, and I'm thinking, okay, do I revert this? Or could it be progression? And I think I probably play exactly as Beans does. What would convince me too to bail from Brinstar was that, okay, I hadn't saved in a while, and I don't want to go to Croc Speedway, waste the tank, and all of a sudden I could be caught in a series of hell runs. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I'd be more concerned not about the hell runs, but the lack of high jump. If you have high jump, I feel confident in going any path, really, and 3 E-tanks is fairly good to get through a lot of hell rooms, but yeah, it's... Without that high jump, I'm not confident. Interesting. So this is totally fine. They can get to that because that one room, I can't remember the name of the room. You know the name of the room?
Is it Volcano?
Maybe, yeah. It doesn't do heat damage if you enter from the top. So that's totally fine to grab, and they have a refill right here anyway. So
yeah, and you have space to float you over the lava when you actually do jump in.
Oh, so I like this from Cruelbeanz, actually. A very smart utilization of saves, depending on how he's playing this. I thought he was maybe going to go up the Bryn.
He's probably going to check the bottom of Turian to see if that's a better entry, because he got the he got the save, and now he saw that the map was closer to the bottom, so he'll probably just do this. And as you can see, Emmett got there pretty quickly because it's just climb. But it's a good idea that, like you said, a lot of players don't utilize much, and Emmett prides himself on using good pivot saves.
Yeah, it's really, what's the word? Like, you'll see experienced runners utilizing numerous saves like that. I know Eddie is very, very good at that, keeping whatever saves that he has in memory and just kind of pivoting around and gathering information. Ooh,
okay,
charge.
Nebdy's asking, how did Beans catch up? Emmett went for a walkabout in Brinstar and got soft locked, whereas Beans took a step into Brinstar, didn't like what he saw, and just left. So he made up about, 4 minutes that way?
Yeah, so they're essentially tied now. So Beans is about to grab charge and an E-tank. There's really no way up to Wreck Ship currently, unfortunately.
So
you probably just
go back to Brinstar.
Yeah, just grab this E-tank and head back to Norfair, grab this X, and
so it's a convenient loop that kind of spits them out and just tells them, hey, now this is your next destination. I think both players will be fairly dissatisfied with their start so far. I think.
This E-tank, is this even exit? No. So I misread that wrong at first, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so Emmett is just heading back. Okay. Beans is right on his tail. They're very, very close. It's funny how someone can be ahead. They can make the same decisions, but just Beans' decision to bail immediately is what caught him up significantly when it looked like he was kind of becoming...
And Beans already did this with Shack Tool, so he's going to pull ahead here.
Oh, that's right.
Ultimaniac is asking why they don't go to W now. It's the G4 elevator. They can't get it with the equipment they have. If they got high jump or gravity, that would... Well, I mean, they could do speed and get a spike suit somewhere, but that's nothing worth worrying over if they don't even have it
No,
anyway.
that's
So,
the Raylex play specifically for Raylex. So
yeah,
we'll let him continue to spike suit up every single G4 elevator that he sees, but
yeah. If he
not
wants to
these
go up
players.
there and get gravity and Kraid, more power to him.
Yep.
But there's a possibility that they just don't even go into wreck ship.
And there's a possibility that Wreck Ship connects right to Brinstar because they're both like parallel, running parallel on the map. So, all right. So
Beans
map
still
is fairly far away here, but
What? Imit doing some chatting?
he's opening up the lot. No, I'm just kidding.
Is he banning something? He's distracted there. Hopefully he can keep his mind on what's going on here. Oh, there's a ship. That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see where the Brins map was. Oh yeah, it was on the right side, so there might be a little bit of blinding here.
Yeah, it's pretty far away from where they're currently at.
Yeah, and Imit does know a little bit more about this area. At least the east side of it.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to skip those 5. I mean, if you're right there, just grab the 5 out of respect for the missiles, I suppose. But, you know, it's okay.
I mean, this might end up being a revert anyway.
Oh, this puts you right where Imit got to from the other Bryn entrance.
Yeah. Yep. So I think we're going to see a Gary climb. Oh, he cannot get this because it's going to go into Cack Alley.
Yep. Interesting. So Imit might recognize that he can't, and he's looking for this new zone. He nodded his head.
His butterfly. Yeah. Oh,
yep.
Imit. Oh, he's in Criteria now.
Yes. So he knew that the map was not accessible. This is just going back and forth because yes, Imit lost time checking all that, but now he's gaining that time back. It's funny how it works.
Because he gained knowledge. He gained knowledge over there. And Beans is probably going to possibly divert here longer to think that he can get the map here, which didn't look like there was an obvious way. Now, there could be something north of Cack Alley, but I don't think there was, or at least nothing that Imit saw. So this is going to be a lot of blinding from Beans. So unless he finds something really nice, like...
New zone.
Oh, new zone.
Wow. So we have Criteria to the left of the ship. We have and ice. That's actually pretty huge. Okay, things are getting interesting here with a lot of divergence. Plasma
with charge.
Okay. Yep. So, other than 2 E-tanks, if he finds that ice beam, he's good to go.
What would you say Imit would be comfortable with this ammo and this beam for Ridley? Would it be 2 more tanks, or?
I think at least 1 reserve, or at least 2 or 3 more tanks. I think if he gets ice, then it's way more comfortable. Beans needs to be careful here. Yeah. Imit's trying to figure out.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry about that one.
He doesn't have ice here. I think you can get out here with Spring Ball. Possibly help you here. Oh wait, he can just use space here. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah, he can't get back, but he can at least get information. Maybe look for the map.
Okay. Yeah, because you'd have to either be able to freeze. We learned this in the Andy and Nito matchup. You would have to either be able to freeze the pancake on the far right, or he would have to do the freeze and flatly. Oh, okay. Well, Beans has. Wait, what? Why
is he? What?
What?
He doesn't want the temptation of G mode.
Oh my god!
Why is he skipping X-ray?
He just. What?
Maybe he thinks he's gonna revert or something. I don't know.
And just get it. I don't know. Maybe, like, what if you need the X-ray? Like, you can get the X-ray and you just go to Aqueduct if you feel inclined.
Yeah. A couple of E-tanks.
Okay.
Imit's still on his journey through Kateria. We'll see what he finds and we'll see if he can get back. He's smiling, smirking. I think he's a little bit concerned. Ooh, the reserve. That would have been funny to go for, and then.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Not good.
Bean's finding high jump, so he just needs to farm health, and then he can easily make that loop. I'm assuming. I think that was fast pillars, but.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Is he gonna get out of this, Imit? It's close. Nah. Pause.
buffer.
Yeah, close. I feel like Im is feeling the heat here.
He is.
He's
literally.
He's starting to sweat a little bit.
Impressive.
Yep, very nice. He definitely needed to get that. If he falls there, it's very bad.
Yeah, it's probably. Yeah, I wonder if it might have been a good idea to just fuel up and then go for high jump, because it's becoming more obvious here that you probably need high jump. That's a crazy revert.
Oh. Wow. I would regrab ice if I was Beans here. Ice is incredibly important to have. So that's a little bit shocking because it'll allow him to have water movement in numerous rooms. So I am kind of shocked he didn't at least regrab ice and then save.
If imyt comes across the same situation, knowing that he knows what the criteria has or doesn't have, I think he's going to go get that high jump boots if he stumbles upon them, because he'll identify that fast pillars is a thing with screw attack.
I just can't help but laugh at the routing of both players. They both, imyt goes to the west, Beans goes to the east. They just cross over at the ship almost perfectly, and then they just flip-flop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Imyt's not super happy about that path to Meridian map. Okay, so he can make this. I don't know if he can make this back, because I think this is a heated room right after speed hallway.
Yeah, man, both these players are not feeling good. I know 35 minutes into a seed, and if you don't have any bosses done, have they even seen a boss other than Ridley?
Mother Brain, of course, but obviously that's
one of the G4 bosses.
Yeah, I didn't detect any sort of a water map. Then again, my eyesight is like terrible, but I don't know if we're like close to Fantoon or anything, and that could be Fantoon right there in criteria. You should probably go back and try to see if you can get through the pit pirate or the pirate shaft, and like go up and around. Okay, so this is where Beans bailed. Oh, it's just another way to get into Bubble Mountain. I think imyt's going to get high jump here very soon.
Yeah, I think so. And he'll definitely just collect the X-ray.
Right now, imyt's probably thinking, what foul sorcery is Beans doing with this X-ray?
Yeah, he's already going through the entire map with this X-ray, imyt. Sorry. So there is a speed lock to the right. I didn't notice that at first on imyt's screen, but that is early or climb supers. So.
Oh yeah, I did see that too.
If only he would have grabbed X-ray, he could have done it.
Yeah. And imyt is probably going to see high jump boots here. I'm assuming he's going to peek these two doors on the right.
Yep.
Oh no, I guess he's trying to prioritize the map, which is, it's okay.
Yeah, and was that an E-tank at the top left? I think this is the play. I think what the players need to do... Oh, goodness, he almost... what the players need to do is they just need to pick a zone and just stick with it. Because both players haven't exhausted all options in these zones.
Yeah.
They're just kind of, playing for a few rooms, leaving a few rooms behind. That's a little bit rough. They need to just kind of prioritize.
Yeah, like right here, this is where Beans kind of bailed on everything. Because he saw was a fish tank at the top right. Oh, he didn't see what was at the left here as well. So I wonder if imyt's going to do it too, or if he's just going to go back to Bubble Mountain. Yeah, he's gonna
we'll see.
Here. Oh wait, never mind. Beans did go through Amphitheater, because that's the only way that you can get to Bubble Mountain.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure. Did Beans make it over here where imyt currently is?
No, because once he got to Fish Tank and Full Halfy, he reset.
Okay.
But I think Beans is going to go get high jump right now.
Yeah, high jump would have been my number one priority if we don't have water movement. So
absolutely,
with
I agree.
spring and ice, I feel like they... Well, imyt didn't even see high jump. He didn't check it, but that is number one priority. Fantoon is here as well, so...
Oh my gosh, Beans, you're taking way too many hits there. That was 180 damage from spikes. That shouldn't have happened.
Imyt not too happy. He sees that Fantoon is here, struggling. He needs to check the right side of Bubble Mountain. That's what I'd be looking at, those doors. Because you know that goes down to Crocomire as well. They have charge.
This requires like good blinding instincts, I think. This is a one tile room, maybe? Uh-oh.
Oh, definitely farm up.
There we go. That's not too bad, I guess.
I kind of want to see what Crocomire's hiding. Imagine gravity or something here. We'll see.
Yeah,
I mean, they have plasma. It's going to be quick.
I think I would want to get the... Oh, yeah, that's right. And this will be a good farm for Beans, too, because he could just get whatever Croc has. I still do think that once Beans gets enough health, he's going to go try to get through pillars.
Yeah, as long as the next room isn't terrible, it should be fine. Ooh, and they're rewarded with missiles. Very nice. Doubling his missile capacity to 10. Wow.
Imyt is doing his best impersonation and not getting any missiles.
Yeah, well, that only happened once, so... We'll see if he can finish out with no supers.
Yeah.
Or no missiles, rather.
Yeah, okay,
he's about to see.
Yeah, he'll see high jump right here.
I think he should just go for it.
Yeah.
The high jump is priority number one, I feel like, in this seed. Because once you get high jump, it unlocks a lot for you.
Yeah, it'll unlock fish tank. I think you can get up there. Fish tank.
He's just going for it. I like this play, so.
Yeah. And Beans is going to do the same thing. So after doing all that hand holding, he'll check this room too.
Oh, very nice. So this is going to be easy for him. He can easily get through this.
Yeah. I think Beans might be scared of like a bad heck room, like right after fast pillars.
Yeah, at this point you just have to prioritize it. You don't really have an option.
Yeah, he's going to go do it right now, I think.
Yeah, as you can see, Imyt has plenty of HP left.
Yeah, Seed's pretty much basically telling you to go there next now. And now after that, I wonder if Beans will try going for the map. And yeah, he'll probably just try to keep going for the map here in Murray. He'll want to clear that out. Did he see that this was a Fantoon map?
Yes.
Or was it Imyt?
Imyt saw that it was a Fantoon map, so I think he's just going to stay in this zone, which is really smart. If they didn't find Mother Brain yet, maybe leaving the zone is fine, but they're already here.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, so here I'm almost in, after I get high jump boots, I'm probably just in E-tank mode.
Yeah.
With full beam. I know that you can easily do a really fight with this loadout with maybe one more tank or one more reserve.
Yeah, a reserve is so valuable, especially if you have two reserves. The fight is essentially free. Absolutely. If you have at least a full beam combo or 25 plus supers.
Absolutely. Oh, Imyt going for the double spring ball jump because he wasn't sure if the door jump was enough. Oh no, the flatly.
Yeah.
As we know, the logical thing to do here would be to use the fish, but sometimes it's hard for me to like rub up against that fish to get that height. That's more of a Main Street issue though, but like I'm fairly comfortable with the double spring ball jump that I sometimes just go for that strat instead. So I don't know what Imyt prefers to do.
Yeah.
This is a door jump can be a little painful.
And just like that, they are tied up again with Beans having 15 missiles on him and 5
An extra super pack. Yeah. I mean, that's it, right? GG's, you know?
Yeah.
All right, I'll see what Beans does. I know he obviously knows how to do a double spring ball jump. He just killed that fish.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I think the map was more to the left side, but Imyt does not like that flatly, so he's kind of just staying away from it.
I mean, that's the benefit for keeping that fish alive is that you can use him as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
No, this is not even randomized. No.
Beans making the same choice. I wonder if he's going to commit to this or if he's going to turn around and go for the flatly or this fish jump. Yeah, this is smart. He should just keep the fish alive. So.
All right, so he's going to come back here, freeze the fish, and I think Beans is going to do the same thing too. Oh. All right, so Emmett was ready for that.
Emmett needs to find a missile pack because every single time that he's selected,
he doubles.
supers, he goes to power bombs. So.
Oh, can Beans nail this flatly with the chair? Oh, very nice.
Oh, very nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's got
right,
screw
you gotta
attack.
keep it going.
Screw through it, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Say hopefully the door doesn't do that, but
oh my god. Okay, so because he was in screw as he exited the room, I'm guessing that is why he didn't take damage coming into the next room.
Yeah. Once again, they're tied up. Just water room after water room.
But this is fine. This is fine.
Both players think they're losing right now, and they're gonna start looking at the race time chat. If you watch Emmett's face, you're gonna see him looking somewhere.
He's already
because
doing
he's
it
just
right
waiting
now.
to be done with this.
Yeah. He's already taken a peek.
Yeah. What is it? The MRock emote?
Yeah, the MRock lobby check.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there, Toaster gracing us with the emote. But yeah, so it looks like shortly they'll have their first boss done, unless this Meridia decides to pull more tricks.
Yeah, we'll see.
Is it over here on the right?
Map?
Is it here on the right?
Yep.
It is.
Hey, first boss, 45 minutes, and it's going to be for both players.
Yeah.
Little do they know, it's for both of them, essentially at the same time.
Yeah. Beans, you got a little to the right.
Yeah, a little bit to the right, Beans. You're gonna okay. Oh, Emmett forgot once again. He didn't have missiles. He almost supered Fantoon.
Oh no! Oh wait, he's got the X-ray. He can just.
Well, you need to. Unfortunately, this isn't gonna work. You need to fire a missile. So he's gonna need to do. It's just a couple rounds. This isn't that bad. Yeah, it's 900 per, so it's 3 shots.
Okay. So yeah, they're gonna. Oh. Well, that's just the one hit, right?
Yep, it doesn't work unless you at least hit with 1 missile at least. And so Fantoon needs to be moving from that position.
It's funny. I guess you just never really consider a universe in which you have full beam but no missiles.
Oh no! He just instant eye closes. This is really tightening in this race.
I think Beans
is going to one around him.
Yeah.
And here we go. Need to be careful though. Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. He's gonna get a nice
just
little
like
health bomb here.
After 46 minutes, they are tied.
I don't know. I mean, they both show their moments of brilliance in here, but it's been a pretty crazy seed so far. I think both players are gonna be sort of disappointed with how they've been playing so far. Like just the things to recognize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going to be surprised as well when neither of them finish up in the next 10 or 15 minutes, unless things really start picking up for them. That could be a suit.
I think that could very well be a suit. It's just like it's one of the ones where it's like in the depths of the map, and it requires a lot of like underwater and hell run traversal to get there. So I think it very well could be.
Yeah, that's what I would imagine. It's not like they have too many items left anyways. So
yeah, it's a 50-50 chance.
Right. Yep.
Beans is fueling up.
Yeah, if I was either of these players, I would just immediately prioritize these majors over anything else, I think, because, well, also at the same time, they have the water traversal, but if you leave gravity behind here, you're in a really bad losing position.
Yeah, you have to check this. I mean, this could be 2 majors. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's gravity.
Oh, very nice. And just like that, now Beans is ahead. There we go.
All right, well, I mean, he is slightly ahead here, but, he's still, because Emmett needs to get some missiles. I was going to say Emmett can probably catch up to him on movement alone, but he still has to go out of his way a little bit more. Whereas if I'm Beans, I mean, do you even go for these majors? Like there's one over
I think you
here
do because...
Right.
At this point, I'm like fearful for a speed lock or something. There's an E-tank here. I like how this isn't even turned on 50 minutes in because he didn't find a missile yet. for Imit.
That's funny. All right, he's gonna traverse through this room faster because he doesn't have to deal with pirates.
Yep, exactly. This is really big brain from Imit. So this is where all the time save comes from, right there.
All right, yeah. So, I mean, there isn't much that's gonna like. If he gets like, okay, he's gonna get these missiles.
That's good.
But like, if he had got 4 more super missiles, I think you can just break the glass of Mother Brain and use your full beam to just beat the game.
Yeah.
But I think you just do this. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right there. Might as well just grab it. I don't know.
What was it? Just bombs?
Just bombs.
Yeah, you probably just grab it if you're there.
But at this point, a very small chance you'll need it, but weird things happen.
You just grab it.
It's not like you'll lose by like 4 seconds or anything.
We'll see. This has been close. Yeah, you don't really need bombs. You have spring ball and power bombs, but yeah, it's just one of those things. It probably won't cost them anything in the end, but who knows?
All right, so they'll go back into Brinstar because I think that was the only exit out of Meridia. They'll probably go for the map. I think at this point you're probably just looking for I guess if there's a major in your way, you go for it. But I know there's the speed factor as well, but I don't know if they're both think that they're so far behind that they just might abandon majors altogether and just assume that they're not going to run into a speed lock. You just have to be careful here.
Yeah, I think what I would do is I would probably make the assumption.
Oh no! Oh, is he doing this?
As long as he knows how to do it, he needs to get a little closer here. Yeah. This is a good play because he gets 2 E-tanks out of it.
It's a shortcut. I'm just, you got to be careful here.
Especially with the chair, this would be awful. So.
Yeah.
There we go. He's crouching. So this is a free fight for him. Yep.
I mean, this will get him 2 more E-tanks that Imit is not going to get. So okay, lots of good play from him. I underestimated the Beans.
Yeah, so they're still essentially tied, but now Beans is go mode. He can actually just maybe take that other exit out of Bryn into Norfair, clean up Ridley.
Imit will have to do reverse. Imit's gonna have to do reverse lava dive.
I wouldn't be doing this. I would just be killing Spore Spawn.
No, this is bad. No, well, he saved after Fantoon. So he would have to get the E-tank back that he got at the Pit Pirate at the pirate room.
Yeah, that's without Varia, it's way too much health.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
know. What would the
ideal
or the minimum for that be? Like at least 7?
I don't know the exact amount, but I wouldn't be doing it unless I had at least what Beans has.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Beans is gonna go get the map. I think right here. I think he...
Is it 5, says Nevdi? So, okay. So as long as you're not making too many mistakes, it's 5. I suppose with Space Jump as well. But, yeah, I definitely wouldn't be confident.
I mean, at knowing my luck, I'd probably run into the pirates like 3 times on the way down.
Yeah.
So, you can even sneak a Crystal Flash in there if your timing is very good.
That's really tricky. But, yeah, you can.
Yeah. Suitless, no, but grab does reduce acid damage because how do I explain that? Because it's whereas going into that room with no gravity and no Varia, you just get destroyed. I mean, it's still bad without Varia, but like Nevdi said, you can do it on 5. There's no way you can do it on 5 with no suit. All right, so is there a boss here? Probably go to Criteria next.
Nothing. There's a major. Oh, this is awful. I think if I was Beans, I would probably just take the east exit here. Or they got to do Criteria first. Actually.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, that's a speed lock.
Oh, it is a speed lock. So they got to play for that major. Yeah. There's also a wrecked ship.
Yeah. It's interesting because it could be possible that you don't even need speed, like that. There's just no bosses there. And that it's only hiding something like Varia, but you don't know that because you're still looking for 2 other bosses. So yeah, you have to check. It's not terrible, and if it's not speed, you just revert and you go back down to Norfair.
Yeah.
Or you can climb. You can use X-ray.
You can. That's not a pretty climb, but you can.
Hats did that in Game 3 against Logdrab win. That was pretty insane.
So let's see what this major is. If it's speed booster, it is.
Oh.
So okay, this is looking pretty good for Beans in this position. Imyt needs to just not stop moving. He just needs to keep moving.
There is a world in which Imyt doesn't get speed, and then there's nothing in Meridia, and then like Beans gets screwed by doing something like this. But that would be pretty harsh on him, because I think what Beans is doing is the absolute right play.
Yeah.
Is he going the right way here? Can this loop back up to the ship?
I think he can go down. I didn't see if it loops, but you know, prior to map information, you might assume it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now he's going to see and figure out if he can get back up this way. Oh wait. Oh it. No. It really. Wait. Was Ridley? No. Ridley was not speed locked. You can get.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah. Is he gonna? Wait a second. Where are you going, Beans?
Ooh. Can even? No, he can't get out of that. No.
Yeah. But
he can. Yeah, he can get out. All right. So
he's
Imyt's gonna be seeing the
map.
Hopefully he recognizes that that's probably a very important item. I mean, at this point, they have 2 outstanding items.
Wait, no. So Imyt didn't. I don't think Imyt saw climb supers.
I'm pretty sure he. Well, let's look at the map. I thought on his map he did.
Oh, maybe. I know Beans did. Obviously, we just saw it there, and I do remember seeing him going to that route. He told me so too. But yeah, he hasn't gone up at all. Oh wait, he did.
Okay, now he's noticing.
Will he get baited by all this on the left?
Oh no! If he goes all the way, oh goodness, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance he doesn't need it, right, Toaster? And he just gets bailed out, and Beans, though he makes the right play, quote unquote, could still end up costing him.
Even if it does loop, it's a really long loop. There's only 2 outstanding items. He has a 50-50 of getting Varia or speed, and both items increase his speed through this, because right now he's having to farm. He's gonna have to farm for Ridley. If he gets speed, it's just his traversal through everything, regardless of it looping or not, is just so much faster. Yeah, the item value is too huge, I think, to skip, because that wasn't too far out of the way.
And then did Imyt see bombs too, or did he skip that major as well?
He grabbed the bombs.
Oh yeah, he grabbed. So yeah, you're right. It's either Varia or speed.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's too much value because he's still not even go mode.
Yeah, so that to me that's even more puzzling.
Yeah. All right, so let's see if Beans gets to the map much quicker from here, and let's see if Imyt can even get to the map.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
So even if this ends up being a dud criteria in terms of bosses, this is still, this is not good. Well, he was Imyt gets turned back pretty quickly there. But this is looking like I said, even if there's nothing here, he just.
Okay, here's the cope. Imyt's gonna blind the boss over here. And he can't.
No.
Or can he? No, he can't.
No, he has to go through. Oh my god, he has to go through 3. No, he has to go all the way around. Is that a speed?
Imyt just needs to
reverse. It is speed lock. It is speed lock. There's no way to get without it. Oh wait, can he? I thought I saw there's 3 musketeers there, and they're next to each other, but I didn't see a way that it loops through.
As far as I know, I don't think he could get to Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
He cannot.
Yeah, that. 3 musketeers is there, but it does not go connect to where Imyt is right now. I think this is the thing that's right next to it.
He just needs to revert immediately. This is like the mental aspect of the game, because Imyt is now in his head. He's checking the race time. He's like, I already lost, so why not just try to do this? But little does he know that he was very close to Beans up until his decision to skip speed.
Yeah. So it's funny because I was like, I don't even know if you should even get that major, the one that turned out to be speed. But you're like, well, there's a very high chance that it's going to be something good. Oh, nice try on the spike suit. So it turned out to be the absolute necessary play here. So, oh my God. Oh, we're going to hear from Imyt in the post game because this is a speed lock. This is a classic. This is a classic speed lock Imyt situation.
This is one of those things, though. I mean, he's going to beat himself up over it because that major wasn't that far away in Bryn.
So would you say this is fairly self-inflicted?
Yes.
Okay. So the last, what was that? Kraid is gonna be in wreck ship. It looks like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chat is pretty much in agreement that it's a lot of it is down to him. Just like.
What is Beans doing? Okay.
Yeah.
I think he forgets he's playing sometimes. Oh no, they're typing in the race time chat. Brother, send help. Yes, please. They're both suffering together. I like that. A little bit of, a little bit of love from the players.
Well, let's see. Yes. Wow, brother, send help. Should I type a in chat?
No, that would really
that would
make it mad.
Tilt. Yeah. As non-biased commentators, we must remain impartial at all times. So how do we get out of climb supers though? Or like how do we complete this loop?
The pirates, I believe, or gauntlet.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. It's the pirates.
So Imyt's just hoping now to spike a boss, and that's why I was saying this is definitely self-inflicted.
Yeah, this is where the coaching needs to come in and just say like, look, it sucks, but like you're as likely, this isn't going to change anything. You were as likely to blind something before as you are now, which is very low. So you just got to get back to it and just do the thing.
Yeah. So that's the thing with these tournament matches is you just need to keep playing the game you were playing, and you can't really. There are times to deviate because you think you're really far behind. But I think, well, I don't know. Imyt might be thinking that Cruelbeanz immediately went to Torian. There's a million things. At this point, if I'm Imyt, I'm thinking, this game's obviously over and they just want to get it over with. But Cruelbeanz is thinking the same thing.
That's possible too. Yeah, because it's like, well, I had a train of thought here, but yeah, pretty much like you have to kind of they're starting to metagame this now and try to just figure out, based on how long it's taken to actually complete the seed. Okay, are they struggling to figure out? Is my opponent struggling to figure this out? And so for Imyt, for him, he's thinking, okay, now he's going back for speed.
Yep.
So he's probably going to start doing the math in his head and saying, okay, if Beans got speed, he must be X minutes away from finishing. And again, with that stuff like that, you can't think about because obviously, you don't know what Cruelbeanz is doing. Obviously, we know, but yeah, he's shaking his head now.
And he's going to be really upset once he sees Varya at the top too.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it looks like Beans is making a beeline for. I thought it was the top. He should be really going. The top was good.
Yeah, the top I think is a little bit quicker there for him, but
yeah. He should not be going for Ridley right now. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because he's where Mother Brain is right now.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter which one to do first. The chair is indecisive right now. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of a longer route for him.
So this is my cope for Imyt here. He immediately, he gets Varya, he kills Dragon immediately, and then he takes a route out of Brinstar to the right that drops him down to Ridley, and then he goes to Wreck Ship. And that routing is going to save him some time. Is it enough time? Probably not. He needs to take the top door here, but I think he forgot. Yep. Okay.
I'm wrong. Yeah, still has to get this. Yeah, I don't know what kind of reaction we're gonna get from Emmett when he does spike this Maria.
Hopefully a good
whether
one.
it's yeah, maybe just the slight head nod like I'm cooked, or
I want to see he's ripping the console out of the wall, the plug, and just moving on to the next match.
like a everyone big stare. Okay, yeah, let's see. I mean, this is a pretty crazy item to get right here.
And there's heart breaks in half.
Because like, even though he peaked climb supers here, you could technically peak this item. You don't really spend the time going up there because it's more often than not you're just not gonna. It's not gonna be something that good. That's just a pretty crazy find at the top there.
Yeah, peaking the item is sometimes good, but yeah, that's definitely there's so many missiles in the game, right? So
yeah.
All right, so Beans on his way to the map, and Emmett going to
Crade right next to him. Hold Crade right next to him.
Probably is, to be honest.
Oh, okay, a couple doors.
All right, I'm still holding on to hope that that Beans is struggling through Norfair to get to Ridley from Wreck's ship, and I'm hoping that Emmett just goes into the other entrance.
All right, flawless metal pirates from Beans. Oh, is he going to do the swag strat here?
Yeah, I think he's a little too much speed, but oh, very nice. He got it.
All right. Okay, now, well, I'd say now he's playing with confidence, but again, yeah, like you said, he probably thinks he's going to lose this like on his way to Ridley or something.
Yeah. Yeah, generally whenever a seed, very nice Spark, whenever a seed goes past an hour and you're still, 2-3 bosses, it's a miserable experience.
Yeah. And we get that, there's a speed lock here, and it's a journey to find speed, but there's been times when like really good players, even with a speed lock, will find it and beat it within like 40 minutes or something like that. And as someone with I would say confidence issues, but someone who kind of doubts their own ability, like Beans does, he's definitely thinking that he's probably going 1-0 down here. I don't know how Emmett's mentality is. It must be similar.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit defeatist. But I know Beans earlier in my chat, he was saying how much he lacked confidence in beating Emmett. So this is probably gonna spark something in him for game 2. So
yeah, and for the rest of the tournament, really, whether or not he ends up beating Emmett best of 3, just kind of shows it, because it was like a few months ago. He was like, well, Emmett's ranked. Beans, Emmett, and I are all ranked around the same on race time. And he's like, well, Emmett's much better than us. He's much better than what his seed shows, because he DNFs a lot, and sometimes there's a little bit of shambling there, and he just kind of doesn't really play it as seriously as some of us sweat hogs do. But yeah, like you said, in any kind of race, like any one of these people in these brackets can defeat each other. So it's almost unfair to have it only decided by 3 games. Yeah, it is tough for sure. Did your dogs get all sorted out? Because mine's going crazy right now.
They did, yes. They didn't even freak out, surprisingly. So.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think my family's coming home now, so that's why you hear it. Hopefully it's not coming through.
All right, so Beans is on his way to Ridley. I assume Emmett will probably just go into Norfair from the left. Or not. Maybe he'll run to the right. I think probably to the right is a little bit quicker, because in this case you need to run left and then right. So I think he is recognizing it's probably just faster to take the right entrance, drop down.
Yeah, I think even with the God routing from Emmett that you were proposing earlier, I think it's
a little bit tough. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back to Crade too. Get the map at Wreck's ship to find out where he is, and
so he does know that he needs to kill Crade too. So he is just prioritizing Wreck's ship, which is fine.
That's fine. Yeah. I think Beans probably finishes this up in about 7 minutes or so. So, yeah, it's
probably.
the speed overlookies, you know.
Well, I think so this is a tough position to be in, and it's not a comfortable position to be in because like there might only be one game left. You need to win this to continue, and it might be your last game in the gold bracket.
Yeah.
So I hope on game 2, assuming Cruelbeanz finishes out cleanly with no big hiccups, I hope in game 2 imyt can feel confident and not change the way that he normally would be playing. I think he kind of played a little bit uncharacteristically here. So
yeah, I think for him it'll be just like get back to what brought you here, right? Because after the Gameaholic upset, which was an upset, Gameaholic is very good, but imyt was ranked higher. It's just like it was back to business as usual for imyt with his other 2 matches, and I think potentially it being a fairly high-profile matchup for this one. Wow, great! that was a nice pickup there. I don't know if it altered how he played, changed how aggressive he was. As you can see, being too aggressive just bites you, which kind of does surprise me because he knew that there was a speed lock there. So, I mean, at that point, aren't you in let's check majors mode until you do so, until you find it? Or
I think by the way he was playing it, it seemed like he forgot. And when he entered, he did pause and he recognized the speed lock, but then he also recognized there was a few options to the left that may connect to the map. So he said, forget it. I'm just going to hope that those entrances lead somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty crazy play given that, like you said, speed wasn't, or like that item wasn't too far. And for every room that you blind, that's like more time where if you just got the map, you would have been able to see it.
Yep.
Yeah, so again, he's a very meticulous, he's very calculated, very left brain type of player, type of thinker. So like you said, it was a surprising move for him.
Yeah, maybe first game jitters. He's respecting Cruelbeanz, so
that's fair too, right?
Yeah.
I believe this was seeded higher. I think Beans is actually seeded high. No, imyt's seeded higher. So imyt picked this mode, I think.
Beans is seeded higher.
Oh, but okay. So then, who picked this mode here?
I'm not sure who banned first.
imyt. Okay, so imyt picked this one. So now Beans will be choosing the game mode. If I had to pick a game mode for our Beans, I'd probably go with something with Season 3 that you're comfortable with. Perhaps, I don't know, or he could go crazy with the no objectives. I don't know. I don't.
Oh goodness, no! I wouldn't do that. That's
imyt
no
would,
objectives
imyt would immediately
is fun, but
yeah, I think imyt immediately gets rid of that.
Yeah, or we'll see if they do random objectives. Random objectives is kind of stressful because routing in these objectives that we're not used to playing with is sometimes very difficult.
Yeah,
especially when you're seeing it for the first time in a tournament.
So. Yeah, exactly. Like, some of those icons are very misleading, and you and I have made known our opinions on the boss icons. So
yeah.
Anyway, we are at Mother Brain here. The chat likes to play this. Some like to guess the timer here, so I'm gonna guess probably about 55 seconds. It's not a. Oh wait. Yeah, I would say about 55 seconds. Because they just gotta go up to Bryn, and then just looking at that.
Oh,
yeah,
I think it's fairly quick. I think.
Careful, Beans.
Oh, that could have been the deciding factor, but
yeah.
So imyt thinks he's done. He forgot Kraid, or did Kraid not get marked? I'm not sure. I wasn't.
Yeah, Kraid is not done here.
This is gonna be
maybe
great.
He's going through wreck ship this way. Oh no. Oh well. Let's look at his webcam. Let's look at his camera right here.
Over
Let's look at his camera. Oh,
that's painful. Because he thought my opponent hasn't finished yet. I actually have an opportunity. That's rough. 50 seconds. 50 seconds.
That kills you.
That's okay. He just needs to shake it off and just get ready for the next game. Little does he know that Beans is about to finish, but
it did give us a great. Oh, what was the timer, by the way? It was 50 seconds, I think. Yeah. It did give us a great Albert lean, though. That was nice.
Yeah, we'll have to gift that. Him running into the. I think Gruck will make something nice to where we see the gate and then it goes over to Emmett's face on the cam with the Emmett cringe. That'll be good.
The new Emmett cringe 2.
Yep. No, it's okay. It happens. Emmett didn't play bad. I just think some of the decision making was a little bit interesting from both players. I think Beans just, like I said earlier in the match, as long as he just makes the decision quick, he will definitely win over Emmett. So there we are.
All right, GG's to Cruelbeanz. Feel free to put the GG's in for Emmett as well, even though he had a tougher go at it. It was a very interesting match. That the speed lock, I think, was just the decider there, because they've been playing fairly equally up until then.
This should be an exciting one. I'm joined by Rubu on tracking and the one and only Oats and Goats on co-commentary.
Hello. Welcome back, everyone. Looking forward to this game, too. We'll see if Emmett can kind of keep his composure from game one. I certainly would be frustrated if I was him, and I know how Emmett plays. So, he just needs to play his game. I think Varia plus movement is, I guess it's probably an interesting choice. I think Cruelbeanz is fairly comfortable with all of the Varia plus movement item and tech required. As we said before, Cruelbeanz is a very technical player. So, but yeah, we'll see how this one goes out, pans out for both of them.
Right. I'm excited to see it. I heard some of the chatter from some of the commentary from the first game and sort of categorizing Cruelbeanz as a technical player, Emmett as a speedrunning type with movement and everything at his advantage. But we're going to find out really soon, because we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And mission start. Oh boy, what a start. Varia allows for this, right?
Yep. So Varia plus movement is kind of tricky because sometimes the morph location will be forced very late. We'll see how it pans out. Sometimes map layouts. Yeah, so we're going to see this. This is a terrible room to see in this game mode, I feel like, because you have so many options. It could be any door, and it's really just sluggish to traverse.
Right. Yeah. And depending on starting items, you can see some really interesting seeds generated here and how they sort of dictate the logic. But option paralysis is a thing. So many doors, and probably most of them with not much behind them.
I think what's best to do in this situation is, as they're both doing currently, which I like, is you pick a door, you continue to its logical path, or you just basically see it through to the end. Because any time that you have a potential to reach a zone, it could just be where the logical item is. And this does lead to the map, so let's see how this Meridia looks.
And both players synced up right now. 1, 2, 3. I already see 4 majors here, and Dragon bottom left.
Yep, so it's looking like it's going to be either at their start. If I was them, I'd probably just revert to the very beginning, as Emmett does. And then if that is morph, you have to take top rights, or you have to take bottom rights, which is basically pre-Mother Brain room. So we'll see how this pans out in terms of items.
Also to the left of start, you had a room with an X that could be 2 X's.
Could be. That is very tricky, yes.
And is it morph? Oh, called it. Yeah, called it. And the orb has been acquired. So no 45-minute morph here.
That's unfortunate. That would have been fun to see the player sweat a little bit, but it is what it is. And, it's probably more convenient for them. So, yeah, for both players, Emmett's not going to be able to collect this. Well, he can collect the E-Tank at least, but not anything more. So,
right.
It's a bit of a conservative play with Varia, but I don't mind it, I suppose. It's just not a lot of value here, but Cruelbeanz is going back.
Did we see Lava Dive or anything close by? Didn't quite catch it. That was there. But I mean, there are some rooms that could require you to have a little bit of extra health to get through.
What is Emmett doing here?
I don't know.
He's just chilling. He's just looking,
Yeah.
Just a looker.
Yeah, just having a good time, poking around a little bit.
Yeah. Letting Cruelbeanz catch up now. It's just going to be back and forth like last seed. Last seed was crazy because 45 minutes in, they were still going back and forth. So,
yeah, I mean, honestly, that's kind of the best kind of race. You know, handing the lead back and forth. imyt choosing not to go for the ammo that's on the left here.
I didn't quite see what room it was. Was it available to them? Well, I think it was a single.
So, based on the glance. I mean, we really don't get a lot of time with the map, do we? Oh, it's missile door locked. So that there you go. The thing is, I feel like we need to have a mandatory like 10 seconds with the map when they first get it, just for the commentators in chat. But you know,
yeah, it would help. But you know, unfortunately, they cannot collect this major. They're going to need. I mean, they can collect the X to the left. It's going to be through the morph tunnel. That might be power bombs. So right now they're looking for either screw attack or some sort of explosive to grab that major to the right. And there is also the accessible major, I believe, through the pre-Mother Brain room.
I'm just going to rewind a little bit on the Twitch stream here, just to get a better look at that map. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Cruelbeanz. Appreciate it. Hold on, lost it.
Nice CWJ for a minute. Very, very good. And we said Cruelbeanz was the technical player.
Well, imyt's got tech for sure. And I don't know. I feel like, where do you think these two competitors stack up in terms of the logic, understanding the logic?
I don't know. Cruelbeanz has played a lot of really difficult seeds, and that does require fairly good knowledge on like what is placed. I almost want to say Cruelbeanz might have a little bit better knowledge, but I could be way wrong. imyt has played a lot of race seeds, I think a lot more than Cruelbeanz has, but it's hard to say. I think I'd like to say they're both evenly matched in that regard.
I mean, when it comes down to it, you can have all the knowledge, but if you don't have intuition, you know, finding the line is usually a combination of those two things, especially when you have a lot of options in front of you.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, the option paralysis is very true with map randos. You have sometimes too many options. You don't know what to do. You will be indecisive, and that indecisiveness is what makes you lose games. So,
well, X-Ray has been acquired. G mode incoming. Right? I don't know. What do we think?
Maybe G mode if we find a reserve. Cruelbeanz is kind of the G mode guy. I don't know if I'd be wanting to do that in a race, but who knows? So imyt does notice that he should have just dropped down fish tank here. That is where they're supposed to be going. There's two majors.
And underwater wall jumps happening. Oh, screw attack has been acquired. That's guess that's where imyt's headed now.
Yep.
I like early screw attack. Early screw attack makes me happy. It trivializes a lot of the mobs that you can run into. It helps keep movement quick.
Yes, screw attack early is very nice, especially if you have space jump. It makes you feel incredibly comfortable, especially through any heated room. If you don't have Arya, luckily they do. But all right, so imyt opting to grab this first. Let's see what this major is. Wave. Ooh. So that's just kind of a filler item, but.
Best beam has been acquired. I'm
sorry.
He
will be going for it's all good. It's all good.
Best beam.
He will be going for screw attack here, and then I didn't get a good look at the map. I'm not sure what options are available to them with the screw attack now, but.
I mean, I know Wave isn't really going to be doing anything much in the way of progression here, but especially with them already having power bombs, you don't need it for wreck ship shaft or anything. To clear blocks. So I'm usually just happy to get it. It's my favorite beam. So what can I say?
There could be a wave gate. I should probably, screenshot the maps as, I do see two bosses down there.
Yeah, you have Kraid and Dragon down there.
And we see a speed lock. That's not going to make imyt happy. We had a speed lock last time, and that's kind of what's really turned the game around because imyt decided not to go for a major, which was speed.
If I had a nickel for every speed lock I've seen, just in the games I've done comms for, it's I would have like 6 nickels. It's not.
I was gonna say at
that
least
many.
6 nickels. Yeah.
It's still a lot though, speed lock wise.
Yeah. Oh, very nice from Emmett to notice too. Never mind. Spoke too soon. Never mind.
I mean, honestly, those are some really consistent underwater wall jumps.
Yeah, he just wanted to show off a little bit.
Yeah.
Is he gonna notice? Does he see the speed lock?
Just take your time. Take your time.
It doesn't really matter too much. So in this situation, you leave both bosses because one is speed locked. Once you get speed, you immediately come back here because it looks like the only way out is Norfair, which means that this is an isolated area. Mother Brain is not here. So
Right.
you prioritize this zone once you have the ability to kill Kraid, which, I mean, if Cruelbeanz finds a reserve tank, who knows what we'll see.
Yeah, well, there's one thing I see looking at this map. Every save station is out of the way. Every one of them is a little grand tour to get to.
Have they even saved yet? I don't know.
I don't think so.
That's a stressful situation to be in because even though they have screw attack Varia, just one wrong thing, you can soft lock and then your game is done. Essentially,
I think
at that
imyt
point.
did save right before getting wave.
Okay, good.
Right there, and
That
looks
is
like
stressful.
so did Cruelbeanz.
All right, so at this point, I think what players they need to do is just immediately run to Norfair. Forget about the X's. I think there was another X they could maybe try to grab. But at this point, you just need to gather information as quickly as possible. Forget about the items. Just go.
Right, you're coming back here anyway.
Yep, exactly. The only thing, if there was a few options available to them for ammo or X's, they could maybe try to grab another super missile, which means that maybe they could take out Ridley with just ammo as opposed to try to find charge. But I think the only X available to them was pretty far away.
I will say, grabbing, kind of having an early map, blinding the map kind of early, super helpful here because it did turn this into a race that started from a race that started with a lot of options to it's pretty linear now.
Yeah, this is fairly linear once they see the speed lock.
Nice little Kago there.
So Emmett's trying to get some power bombs. He did get one on the way out. Yeah, they don't have bombs yet, so power bombs are kind of high value.
Right.
Having only 5 is pretty scary. Was there a reason for him to come down here, or did he misread the map?
I think he might have misread.
He can take out Dragon. It's fine, but there's really no need.
Right.
It's basically just time lost because he might find gravity.
Right. And also charge and plasma.
Yeah,
having-
exactly. So
Yeah.
this is pretty much any way you look at this is a time loss for Emmett.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it also shouldn't take him very long, thankfully, because of grapple. So it's not a huge loss. It's just suboptimal, essentially.
Yes, yeah. And luckily, Dragon is cooperating with the 50-50 goop. So hopefully he doesn't. Okay, good.
A little bit of a troll map there, by the way, in Norfair. Looked like it was going to be accessible. Turned out not to be. But hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's always unfortunate. All right.
Dragon
so-
is down.
Yeah.
Now
So-
look at the lock.
I think he thinks it connects right here.
Yeah.
And then he's going to maybe take a... What is he? He thinks it connects, I believe. Is he realizing?
He's realizing.
There we go. He didn't look at the map. If he just would have planned it out a little bit more, he would have noticed.
Yeah,
So right now,
there are no boss rooms that you enter from the top here.
Yeah, you just take the time loss and you just go. You just immediately go to Norfair. Forget it even happened. In Emmett's case, like this is what happens. You start to stress out about little mistakes like this, but at the end of the day, it's really not the end of the world.
Yeah. He should be able to get out of here. Just reset all the baby Metroid poop here and get a good runway. By the way, that's canonically what that is. Baby Metroid poop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
I never knew that.
I mean, it's right by the room where the baby Metroid eats. If you eat, you poop.
I'll never look at it the same way. Thanks.
That was my goal. That was my goal. You do look at it a lot.
Yeah, so imyt looks like he's behind here, but Cruelbeanz is going to have to take care of Dragon at some point, and if Cruelbeanz doesn't find gravity or charge and plasma, it's essentially even, other than the traversal that imyt had to do to the left.
Right. I understand there might have been some kind of reason for not picking up those power bombs. I don't know what it might have been. Just, you're gonna get them anyway. But yeah, so they're I mean, here's the thing. They're kind of caught up. There's just a little bit of exploration that Cruelbeanz has done that imyt has not. And
yes, and it looks like Cruelbeanz did hit a dead end, so now he's going to have to go to the left, which, with the extra power bomb, if I wouldn't have gotten the extra power bombs, I would also do what they're doing, but the extra pack that they collected would kind of incentivize me to just go to the left here. I think it's much more likely that it's just left, up, right for this map.
Right.
And that does appear to be the case.
imyt gonna find that same dead end. And backtrack. I would say imyt, like, it's kind of roughly even here because, yeah, imyt is a little behind on exploration, but
Okay.
Oh, there's our map.
Yep, Mother Brain, a lot of X's.
Oh yeah, a couple
6 in
majors.
total, I see. Quite a few E-tanks.
Wreck ship, Criteria, Brinstar. This is the hub right here. Yep.
Yes. Oh, imyt is actually blinding this. Interesting. Is he...
Huh.
I didn't see where the other zones were. That'd be interesting if he... I don't know. Maybe he's gonna save and go for the map. That would be a very smart play if he can find a save here.
Right.
Which assume, yeah, this has to connect. So
I'm now rewinding to the map just so I can see what imyt might be able to be looking
Ooh,
forward to.
very
And
nice.
yes, there is that save.
I mean, so this is good. I mean, imyt's...
Yeah.
So if you're playing with no information, what you have to do is just keep moving. And imyt's not pausing. He's just moving. He knows the map is south, and that's a really good way to play if you don't have the info. So as long as he just keeps progressing Samus forward.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, he was almost on the way to Bryn there. Bryn is top right of Big Pink. There was another major top left of Big Pink, but no, it is the right move to get that save, go back, because all he does is revert, and then he has all that info, and he's... that was some luck, I would say, in blinding there.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's not checking the bottom right door here, but we'll see. I'm not sure if this connects or if this was a speed lock.
Let me back up a little bit here.
Yeah, so he is reaching these dead ends.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, he basically needs to go. Yeah, but he's gonna find bowling here, top of bowling.
Ooh. Okay, so speed booster.
Oh, speed. Okay, well, I won't do it this time. I've been watching this map here, but speed booster.
He needs to. Beans needs to now just turn right around, in my opinion, and go take care of Kraid and Dragon before anything else.
Right.
imyt is going to be fairly close behind. He's going to revert back to Big Pink once he gets this map, which will put him close to speed as well. Oh, okay. So Cruelbeanz is deciding, which isn't the worst because Mother Brain is right there. So maybe Cruelbeanz is trying to play for, let's say, gravity, which would speed up Dragon. Either way, it's a really fast fight.
That map is kind of far away, though. I mean, if you're going to be doing this, I agree with you that I think going back and closing out that first chapter, taking care of those two bosses would be the right move.
Yeah, because then they never have to traverse back down into, I think it was Meridia was the starting zone. And yes, it is a dead end, D-Rock. So Kraid was speed locked, and then their Dragon fight is extremely quick.
There we go. imyt's going to have all that same information, likely going to revert.
Yes.
and probably follow the same path as Cruelbeanz here, unless. Well, actually, I'm excited to see here what imyt does when he gets speed.
I will say, I didn't realize the zones on the bottom left, so this is actually totally fine from Cruelbeanz because what he wants to do is prioritize the northern portion of the world map here, because if he leaves Bryn behind, then he's in a similar situation to where he's potentially leaving the boss behind.
Right.
So I don't mind this play either. I kind of misread the map initially, but I think either is fine.
That does make sense.
Yeah, it's simply because Rex Ship and Criteria were bottom left. So we'll see what imyt does. He might prioritize the bosses, which I think is fine, or he might prioritize the northern portion. Another way that he could play this is go back to bosses and then prioritize Rex Ship Criteria, which is 2 zones, potentially really fast information. But
Yeah,
looks like
Rex Ship can be super quick, small area. If you get a nearby map there, you're ruling out a whole area there. And you know, there could be a bunch of important stuff in there. You never know. I've seen, by doing these in this tournament, I've seen some crazy Rex Ship maps.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes they're really difficult to deal with.
Especially when it's a starting area, because the logic has to put a lot of majors in there and all that. Yeah.
So I like this from imyt. He's not thinking. He's just going. Well, I mean, he is thinking, of course. He's thinking about just playing quick, just from zone to zone. And that's very good.
That's Fantoon there.
Yes, so it's going to be Fantoon down, and then the last boss they're going to be looking for is Ridley. I don't believe that we've seen Ridley.
All right, there's nothing scientific about this. I'm guessing Rex Ship Ridley. Nothing scientific, just a guess.
Maybe. I haven't seen Ridley in Rex Ship in quite some time, so maybe this is the time.
Maybe, yeah, it's more of a hope thing. I'd like to see. I'd like to see that. Question in chat, single cell play? Is that what you would call what imyt's doing?
No. I think it's very smart because I think imyt recognized, which I didn't see initially, was Criteria and Rex Ship Southwest in Norfair. And I think that's just smart.
Right.
Pretty good from Beans. Let's see if we can do the 2-round. Not quite, but this is essentially... I think imyt is actually ahead now because of the Dragon fight.
Right. If Dragon was really close to Kraid, not so much. But they're both an out-of-the-way boss. So that's one fewer out-of-the-way boss that imyt has to do.
Yeah, I mean, they're essentially, door to door, but it is just the fact that he already has that down. He doesn't need to worry about it. The only thing that would help Cruelbeanz here is if he finds gravity, but you definitely don't want to go out of your way when you have Varia plus movement items.
Right.
Because imyt is 1 E-tank away from go mode and 2 missiles away as well, or just an extra super pack or charge. So
ammo has been plentiful in this one.
Yeah, it has. Okay,
what do we think about the 1-round chances here?
A good start to it. Good start.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this Brinstar might decide who takes a commanding lead here. There are many majors. However, both players are nearly go mode. I think if the players prioritize these majors and they're not gravity, I think it could cost them quite some time.
Heck, there could be 2 majors in this room upcoming here for Cruelbeanz. You never know.
So we'll see. I know they're just playing for...
Okay. Spazer has been acquired. Go ahead, y'all. Chat, you can get excited. You like Spazer. We know it. It's all right.
I would have skipped Spazer there, so...
Yeah, I mean, I like early Spazer. Early Spazer can be nice. But,
Yeah, as Nitro said, so if you kind of look at what's left for majors, there's 5 majors left. I think there's 4 on the map available to them. But which one is going to be gravity? I think you have to grab all of them or none of them here.
Right. I mean, looked like there were a couple close to each other in the bottom left of Brinstar there. So
did imyt just revert the Fantoon kill?
I don't think
no,
so.
Did he save?
Yeah, there was a save right under Fantoon.
Okay, I hope he saved. Okay.
I hope he didn't revert that.
He saved after. Okay, okay. I didn't see the save. My heart dropped a little bit. I was not too happy about that one for him, but
well, at least we know Immit's good at taking out Fantoon quickly.
Yeah,
but yeah, you don't want those cutscenes and all that.
Okay, so Immit's prioritizing the north portion of the map, and I think Cruelbeanz went down looking for majors. So we'll see. Maybe Bomb Chorizo has gravity. If Imyt finds gravity, I don't know where he's going. Is there a major to the right here?
I think so. Oh, at least an X.
Or maybe
he doesn't
he's just
need any more ammo.
Well, no, he's essentially go mode if these are supers, or he needs one more missile pack and he's good.
Okay,
So,
not quite.
Yeah.
But hey, there you go, chat. Crystal Flash is now unlocked.
Ooh.
The crowd
Plasma.
favorite here. Oh, plasmers and what is it? Charge beam
Okay.
has been acquired.
So this is good for Imyt. If he finds gravity here, which is much more likely, it's either gravity or space jump, then he's going to skip every other major now. So gravity for Imyt, not. However, you keep this, and I don't know. Was that every major here? Which means that gravity, unfortunately, was the one major.
Yeah. But instead, space jump has been acquired. And of course, when you've got really good movement, space jump plus screw attack, they've got high jump as well. I mean, they're going to be, flying through these rooms.
Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, even X-Ray Hall here, Imyt's going to be saving time.
Yeah,
on Cruelbeanz.
Cruelbeanz is having to go the rough mode here.
Okay. Should be easy for Imyt. 2 shots and then a freeze. Or maybe 1 shot, I forget.
That is, by the way, one of my favorite jumps I see to get through there. And I think I first saw you do it. I was like, okay, that's just showing off. Come on.
The Flatley is very cool there. It's the collision with enemies when Samus is pushing up against. It kind of lifts Samus up some pixels, so it's kind of a cool little piece of tech.
Yeah.
I think Imyt probably goes for these 2, which is understandable. He's looking for gravity. I mean, I'm hoping he skips them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not needed at this point. He is go mode. Go mode, as you said.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's absolutely good to go. He just needs 1 more missile pack or 1 more super pack. So he is going to be going, which is smart. He knows the likelihood of gravity being here is so high. He's not going to be happy seeing plasma charge after going for those X's or that X and that missile. But
I mean, it's literally just there's 3 majors left, and he finds the 2 he doesn't want. But
yeah.
I think he keeps. I think he keeps them. I don't think he's saved after getting space jump.
No, you absolutely keep these because there's a scenario which happens a lot that we don't have a refill.
Right.
For Mother Brain, and we're stuck refilling in the worst possible positions. So,
and with that, both players have the full beam combo. So.
Yeah, so Nitro is correct. The fact that he did Dragon first and misread the map is a little bit of a bummer. Cruelbeanz is going to be saving some time on him there. However, I still think that this is essentially tied. Right. Because Imyt is not too far away from just exiting and going back to Norfair. Then we'll see if he. I think you prioritize Wreck Ship here. You go down, you take out Wreck Ship because you're still looking for Ridley. I think that's probably what we're going to see both players do.
That sounds likely. And of course, Chad, if I'm right about Wreck Ship, Ridley, you guys got to give me all the credit. That's it. And if I'm wrong, it's his fault.
Oh, fair enough. I get blamed all the time, but rightfully so. So but yeah, no, this is interesting. I really think that these players are tied essentially.
Yeah, and I think that could easily change because, and even though, I mean, it's not a major item. Oh, it's literally a major item, but it's not a necessary item to finish the game. But I think in Imyt's hands here, space jump is going to be. If there is any gap, that's going to be closing up.
Yeah.
Just out of sheer movement.
Yeah. So it looks like Imyt's thinking a little bit too long. I'm wondering if he's up to no good here in his own mind because there's really only one option. You just go down And since you have to take that junction anyways, to the right, you go back to the bosses. To the left, you go to Rex Ship, and you're still looking for Ridley. You have to probably just go for Rex Ship here. There's really no good reason not to. Ooh, Rex Ship is nasty. As you said before, you've seen some pretty nasty Rex Ships, and this is pretty nasty looking.
Okay. Okay. I mean, could be grab is right up there, top right of Aqueduct.
Yeah, maybe. That's pretty hopeful, but who knows?
Yeah, could turn this around. I don't know. See, turn it around. How can you say turn it around? They're pretty much even, like you said. This is right now
I do think
anybody's race still.
Yeah, it looks like Cruelbeanz is ahead, but Imyt already took out Dragon. Cruelbeanz will have a quicker Dragon than Imyt did, but I still think Imyt is essentially tied or maybe even slightly ahead, depending if he can, you know, don't be so indecisive. Just keep moving.
Right. Yeah, it's just crazy how it's Rex Ship, the smallest area, and you got the map all the way over there in Narnia. Just crazy.
So they did save. This is kind of tough. If you have Spring Ball, it's not the worst because you can Spring Ball out of this. They have Grapple, they have Ice, they have X-Ray. Cruelbeanz, if Imyt can't get out of there, I think Cruelbeanz will have an advantage. I'm sure he's seen Pants Room more often in his technical seeds than Imyt has.
Right. Okay, so we have Lava Dive here now. Okay. Give me your take on this. Okay, there is not a water room to the left of Aqueduct. Would you have turned around to grab the 2 items there?
No.
No? Okay.
No, because the chance of that just being missiles is way too high. Could it be gravity? Maybe. But
got a reset from Cruelbeanz here.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. This could be nasty. Imyt needs to just capitalize on this.
He's got high jump. He has enough health.
Yep. No, he should be able to do this just fine. It's just if Cruelbeanz goes to Criteria and Criteria has Ridley, that's going to be very disappointing for Imyt because Cruelbeanz is not seeing out this Rex Ship. But if Rex Ship has Ridley, then it's a very good position.
Which is what's happening, by the way, everybody. As we're finding out right...
There's gravity, though.
And
does he go for gravity?
Yeah, you go gravity, get gravity. That's going to be huge. That's going to be huge for Imyt, I think, and not so great for Cruelbeanz if Imyt grabs. He's thinking right now, do I reset? He did reset.
I think the reset is smart because he didn't see the other 2 items. It's a 33% chance in his mind that it's gravity, so that's smart.
Yeah, well, I mean, he got all the beams, he got everything, so. And
now I'm starting to. I'm not a nail biter, but if I was, this is when I'd be biting my nails because Imyt got the map information. He sees that there's a Torian connection, I believe in Aqueduct or close to it. So he's going to be prioritizing that information. Where Cruelbeanz is going to Criteria because he did not make it through the lava dive.
Oh boy. You were absolutely right there. Of course, it was just a couple of missiles. When you're down to like, I don't know where the 1 major is. Yeah, the odds of it being a major there, not very high. But yeah, no, Imyt's, there we go. He's going up to Torian and Criteria map not very close.
Yeah, so this is it. Where's Ridley? This is the deciding factor, I believe. Torian and Criteria can be similar in size. It just really depends. This Rex Ship was decent size, so I think Torian should be also relatively decent sized.
Yeah, this was the coin flip though, and landing site in Torian, right up. So at the entrance.
Yeah, I guess I was gonna say this is good for Imyt. However, it's immediately into Torian, so it's not like you're getting any good information.
Yeah, as soon as Cruelbeanz sees the map here, although there could have been a chance that the landing site is in Rex Ship.
All right.
It's
in Torian.
Ridley.
Oh, this is good for Imyt.
Oh man.
My heart sank. I saw a boss I saw a boss icon.
Not happy with those,
And-
from what I understand, right?
Not necessarily. I think as players, it distracts us and it does make us second guess ourselves, pausing more frequently than we should because we see a boss icon. And sometimes we just straight up miss the boss because it's sandwiched in between two water rooms and it just blends in. Anyways, frustrations aside with that, they did toggle it. So I appreciate the devs and they're awesome. So
Yeah, absolutely.
this is great for Imit. So.
And it's probably great for chat as well if you were hoping for a game 3, because unless Imit blunders in some way, I'd say he's got a strong lead right now.
Yeah, as Eddie said, it would have been really cruel if Imit lost this 50-50 because he did do something, technical. He did survive the lava dive. Cruelbeanz did not. That's almost something Nevdi would do, is fail the lava dive, then win because of it. Sorry, Nevdi. But yeah, no, Imit's very happy here. He does see Ridley. He's going to clean this up. He's going to immediately go back and finish up the other bosses.
Yep. That's going to be it for I mean, like I said, unless there's, but even then, Imit has a save right here. He's got more than enough in terms of ammo and health to take out Ridley here. This is Imit's game to lose.
Yes, it definitely is now.
So
if I'm Imit in this position, I do like one more E-Tank. It is a little bit scary with just 3. You take one unnecessary hit, and it's, kind of a bummer, but it should be fine. I'm sure they'll pick up a E-Tank on the way. Cruelbeanz already has 4.
I will say usually one thing that's something that turns out to be in favor of, between rando mains and speedrunning mains, you'll see boss fights are a lot cleaner. The manips are all there. Imit's got Ridley pogoing here.
Yeah, definitely. As speedrunners, we have to know the patterns inside and out. So
look at that. Dunyan rings. There you go.
All right.
A
So
super clean
Cruelbeanz-
fight from Imit there.
Yes. So I think in Cruelbeanz' position here, he's a little bit worried because it is somewhat a linear seed up until a couple branching paths. But he decided not to see this through, this lava dive, which he now knows Ridley is either here or in Torian.
Right.
So that's got to feel pretty bad from Cruelbeanz, but he's playing quick enough to where he probably still feels pretty comfortable.
I'd say so. I mean, it wasn't a huge detour to go to Criteria, but there really was zero gained from it. So that doesn't feel good. It never feels good.
Yeah, and I can see Cruelbeanz' reason for that. It's basically he's already seen a lot of wreck ship, so there's less information to gain from the info he'll get from this map, right? Like he's already seen a lot of it. And Criteria could have Torian and it could have Ridley. So I don't mind the play. It's just unfortunate that, it panned out this way.
Looks like Imit's going to be grabbing those. Well, he might not be, actually. Yeah, he's just using that Shine Spark to get up there quickly. No need for Gary here. And Imit is going to be going to take out Kraid.
Yes.
And then book it to Mother Brain. All in all, a pretty quick seed, which is not unusual with Varia plus movement, but no 45-minute morph here. Honestly, this was a great seed, I would say, for Imit in terms of it just being like, just go. There were of course, as you mentioned earlier, branching paths, but the correct choices were made for Imit here.
Yeah, I think in this situation, it kind of just, we talk about, we have our yap sessions about what's like a good play prior to our knowledge of map. And generally what we do is just play closest zone, unless there is a nuance to not play the closest zone. And that's just what Imit did here. He prioritized wreck ship and he saw it through, even though the map was fairly uncomfortable to get to.
Yeah, no, this was I would say well played by both racers here, and very close for most of it, but yeah, that did just worked out in Imit's favor, and that's how it goes. That's, to me, the best thing about map randos Is it's not just based on what your skill level is at or what your understanding is. It's about that luck is an element here as well, intuition, and just a willingness to take certain risks and avoid others. You know?
Yep. And the better you get technically and the faster you make decisions, it will start to mitigate a lot of that potential loss from those coin flips or that maybe unlucky decision that you made. So that's the fun part about map randos is even sometimes we get really unlucky, you can still place fairly highly and feel good about the match that you played regardless. So
right. And each seed that you play is just, it can help you sort of sharpen all that.
Exactly, yeah.
And the variety too also helps. It's a different puzzle every time, which just it makes it to where it's not as much of a slog to get through. Like if you're just trying to, I'm trying a new route here for Super Metroid. I'm trying a new boss order, and then you're in there for weeks or months just grinding. It keeps it fresh.
Exactly. Yes. All right. So Cruelbeanz will be heading up for the map. He's going to be seeing Ridley here. I think imyt's got to be feeling pretty good. If Ridley was in Criteria, then I know he wouldn't be comfortable. By the look of imyt right now, it kind of seems like he's thinking that Cruelbeanz is also very close to finishing, which I wouldn't doubt him, or I wouldn't blame him for feeling that way here.
I do feel like it was very imyt-like for him to, as soon as you said he's got to be feeling pretty good, for him to give the most unsure expression ever.
Yes. Yeah, that's kind of why I said it. He didn't look too comfortable, but he should definitely just keep playing, and he'll see that he made some good decisions. And ultimately, it was the lava dive, unfortunately for Cruelbeanz, which led him astray. But these things happen, and you know what Cruelbeanz is going to be better at next time? Lava dive. So
yeah. I mean, he went and did it, knocked it out, first try. So. I don't know. I'm honestly interested to see what effect comes of this in terms of the mindset of each player. Because Cruelbeanz came into round 2, having taken round 1, not knowing how much of a gap there was. But that, of course, doesn't matter who you are. That's going to give you a boost of confidence. But now there's going to be like, oh man, I could have taken that to, I didn't. I made this mistake. That can shake that confidence a bit. Whereas imyt came into round 2 like, oh man. Is this it? And instead it's going to get a confidence boost for round 3. It should be interesting to see.
Yeah, it's a really uncomfortable feeling to be going into game 3, especially because the first game was so fatiguing mentally on them. It was a very long seed with a lot of really tough choices to make. And game 3, you kind of start to have a little bit of seed bleed, as we call it. You kind of bleed the seeds together. You forget if this boss was in this zone or if that was just the previous match you're thinking of. So yeah, that definitely takes a role. The fatigue they'll be feeling on game 3.
And everyone, go ahead and get your guesses in for that escape timer, because this is imyt here closing out round 2 shortly.
Did he not even save? Hopefully he just feels pretty comfortable. I mean, it's just one shot and 29 supers, but I mean, it would be interesting because if he died, he had to have saved at some point after all bosses. So it would be the invisible ketchup. So
yikes,
he's good.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. There we go. Mother Brain's charging the laser.
Yep.
And who got the closest? I'm throwing one out there. I'm gonna say 155.
I'm gonna say 55.
Okay. Wow, that's vastly different. But I mean, I don't honestly offhand remember where Turin is in relation to Brinstar. So
I could be way wrong as well. It's probably 110.
Oh man.
Okay, somewhere in between.
Look at that. The second guess, super close. Okay. So let's see who here got 105, if anyone. Wow, a lot of people guessed. Congratulations, I'm sorry to hear that, but I ain't reading all that.
Yeah. All right, so imyt on the escape, very, very well played from imyt. He should feel fairly confident going into game 3. Like I said, So as the person winning game 2, it's really nice because then you still have a chance and you brought it back to basically now it's just this game decides it as opposed to needing to claw your way back with 2 games. So this is a much better position for Emmett mentally. And I can say, being in Cruelbeanz position, winning game 1, losing game 2, it's really uncomfortable. So yeah, we'll see how this goes for him. So very nice from Emmett.
There it is. Emmett takes round 2 of this best of 3. And we're going to be getting into a game 3 here now. And I, for one, could not be more excited. This is really heating up.
Yes, I'm definitely excited for this game 3. And yeah, definitely don't go anywhere. Grab a snack. And we'll see what they pick for I believe it's got to be random objectives. So that is a stressful game mode. So we'll see what kind of objectives pop up for the players. So.
And welcome back, everyone, to Race 3 between Emmett and Cruelbeanz. This random objectives race should be an exciting one. And I'm joined with Rubu on tracking here, and of course, Oats and Goats as co-commentary.
Hello. Welcome to game 3. It looks like Emmett already took game 3 according to the tracker. So congrats, Emmett. That's game 3. All right. No, jokes aside, there we go. Yeah, so it looks like random objectives is the last game mode. So they're essentially forced to play this for game 3. And it looks like, I believe Emmett picked Ridley and Cruelbeanz picked Spore Spawn. So who knows what the other objectives will be. What were the bans, Braythorn?
Bans. So what we had for bans was Cruelbeanz banned Fantoon and Emmett banned Acid Chozo. So interesting choices there. Banning Fantoon means that let's say you've got bowling, right, as one of the objectives. It had Fantoon been chosen, it's like, okay, well, at least Fantoon is another one of those objectives, right? But yeah, what do you think about the bans there? Acid Chozo and Fantoon.
So, well, Acid Chozo is a miserable objective. It can be a really stressful, terrible thing to deal with. So I think that's probably a pretty good ban. Banning Fantoon is very interesting because essentially every single Emmett's happy to see Speed right away. Essentially every single seed, they're going to be killing Fantoon for map information, but there are some instances to where they might be able to skip Fantoon and hopefully blind. Maybe one of them blinded something, got a little bit lucky. So yeah,
getting Speed Booster and immediately getting to Aqueduct here. This is fairly linear here. It's like, all right, make sure you got enough health. And, and then Big Pink, what is this, a jet seed? What do we got going on here? That's a lot of item checks.
It's going to be a lot of items.
2 in the previous room, 3 in this one.
Wow. So trying to look at the other objectives, I believe it was oh man, that's it. It's game. Oh no. It looks like dodging 2 Garys, it looked like.
And high jump boots up there.
Yeah, so it looked like Plasma Pirates, if I'm not mistaken, and the other objective was it Botswan? Was it Botswan?
I didn't catch it. I didn't see it when they. Yeah. All right, there we go.
There we go.
Emmett's got that now. He's gonna have those high jump boots. One of my favorites to get early. I hate playing without high jump boots personally.
Yeah. So they're both going to just be going right back to Big Pink. There is the opportunity for Morph to be in a sand pit, which I hate. We always joke about Nevdi's. That's Nevdi's delight, the sand pit situation here. But once you get high jump, that does essentially put one of the sand pits in logic, but you just kind of have to guess if you don't have the map.
Right. And I mean, once you find a close by save point, let's hope that happens. It's trivial, you just go check them, reset. But that map is awfully close. Just locked behind some power bomb blocks right there.
Interesting. This map configuration, Emmett was talking about yesterday, to where he's never seen the map there, but that is twice that we've now seen the map. Generally, that power bomb door is kind of an L shape, which leads to it just has more doors to it. It kind of connects generally, but So that tells me I think Acid Chozo, or no, it's not Acid Chozo because of this room. I wonder what the configuration is here. It's very odd.
Maybe we're about to see bowling.
Maybe on the right side, yeah, that does happen.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. With Aqueduct, it's not going to be bowling. It could be underneath. Who knows?
Yeah.
But this does kind of tell the players that sand pits might be a thing. So if I was one of them, you check the left sand pit, unless I didn't read the map right. Actually, it might be. Well, I don't know. I'd have to look at the map.
At least it's an easy room to escape from at the bottom.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. And that's kind of what you need to see is if you can even get out.
Here's what I'm wondering: what do you think the odds are that bottom right door is Fantoon in Big Pink?
Ooh,
yeah,
that could be the case. Oh, Varia.
Oh, Varia. I got to do the shout out thing for this one. Varia is huge. And Varia's suit has been acquired. And you know what? Just because they got speed earlier, it is the fastest one. Speed Booster was acquired a while ago. There you go. Bombs hiding there for as soon as they get, I guess. Well, no, they have high jump boots. Once you have morph, you just.
What is Beans doing? He doesn't have morph, so.
Yeah, no idea.
I think he forgot that he doesn't have morph. Maybe he's brain farting. He thinks he just got morph. Ah, there he goes. All right, he heard us talking. So.
I have got to say though, I don't think I've seen so many players forget specific items like morph and bombs and spring ball all the time. Like, why are you doing why are you doing bomb jumps here? You have space jump, that kind of thing. You see that sometimes if you just like to watch map randos, but it's been a lot here. I guess maybe tournament nerfs.
Well, that, and I mean, I'll do that frequently. It's always the space jump I forget. I think my fault is whenever I have screw attack, I don't have the split. It's an option to where you'll see screw attack in a different way. But I have it as vanilla.
Yeah.
But even then, sometimes I'll just forget. It happens. Seed bleed, you're spacing out, you're thinking about the next objective that you need to do, or, there's a lot of things that you have to keep in memory for map rando, and
yeah,
it's trickier than people think, so.
Now, I imagine imyt might be going for the other sandpit here. I mean, first one paid off, right, with Varia. But Varia also tells you, hey, you can go up here in this room.
Yeah, I think that's the better play here, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, looks like imyt's doing the same thing. Okay.
Yeah, that's a smart thing to do. It's... Oh, they're going to be killing Fantoon, and Fantoon was one of the banned objectives. But now that Fantoon ban was kind of pointless.
Yep. It is funny because, I mean, if you're going to run into each area and one of them is going to have Fantoon, I don't know. Picking Fantoon to me makes more sense than banning.
Yeah, the Fantoon ban has potential to be very interesting. It's just in a lot of seeds, it's not going to pan out that way. Because as I said, you can sometimes just blind some of the zone, or maybe Fantoon is towards the end of the game, but you already have all the information. So you opt to just skip, maybe looking for information for more majors. So it can incorporate a lot of interesting plays, but obviously, for the most part, you're going to kill Fantoon.
Right. I actually have a question for you while both of our racers here are facing down the ghost with the most here, but have you tried the small map setting?
I have not yet, no.
Oh, it can be really interesting how it plays out. I think it's pretty cool, personally.
I meant to try to test some of that out when we were talking about some potential game modes for the tournament, but maybe next tournament we'll try some of that out.
Well, I told Aussie in an after race interview thing, my idea for a mode is, because I'm a little bit OCD about getting majors, that the locks on Mother Brain are linked to getting all the majors. And you use small map mode, so it's not like a huge odyssey to go and get everything, a huge journey to go get everything. It kind of keeps everything kind of close together. And it's just, personally, I like collecting majors. That's kind of a problem for me. I don't have the speedrunner mindset of, cool, I have the minimum to kill here. That's something I'm going to have to work on personally. But yeah, there we go. We see our map, and I see Ridley there as an objective.
Yeah, this is kind of neat. They have Varia speed. I think they have a runway in the previous room. So I think they're just going to be playing for these majors. Yeah, they can do it. They can get the Spark on the right side.
Yeah.
This is going to be tough. Imyt needs to just do the right side if he's going to go for this. This is an extremely tight Giant Spark. Yeah, this is no good because you only have one tile there.
Yeah. I think it's.
Ooh, look at that. Beans knows the position for this. This is now when the experience, because Imyt's just bailing on this.
Oh, that could cost him. That could cost big.
Yeah, so this is the experience that we're talking about, the technical ability, because Beans has probably done this numerous times in many seeds. The thing is, though, he does see that Norfair connects to the left, so I think I'm just taking top left big pink.
Yeah.
If I'm Imyt here. And that might actually just be the logical way to go.
Well, I mean, without morph, you can't get to it.
Oh, true. They don't have morph.
Yeah, we could be here in jail. Nope, it's okay.
I don't. Okay, so I guess the thing is well, I forgot. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay.
I still heard it though.
But yeah.
So no morph. So it's actually not morph's not going to be here unless it somehow connects. But no, it can't connect at this point. So everything that Beans is currently doing is gonna be he's essentially locked out. He has no morph options. Morph won't be here.
Okay.
Unless I misread no, there's no way.
I mean, they can escape he can escape here because of having okay. One more
He
shot
can
there.
escape, but morph can't be here because what Cruelbeanz had to do to get here is not logical.
Right. Well, let's see what this item is over here. And okay.
Okay, so right sand pit is going to or is it?
There it is. I don't know, but now they can get bombs. I'm interested in seeing what's at the bottom of Big Pink there.
Am I misreading this map? There's got to be some connection.
Yeah. That's pretty big though for Cruelbeanz.
Oh, it loops, doesn't it? There might be a loop. So this is the really difficult part about these is if there is a loop, it might be a hidden loop. You need to make assumptions. Yeah, the chat's having a fun one with this one, but I don't think they understand why this is potentially, unless it's in logic from the right with the pipes.
Right.
If that's a logical thing, then this is totally fine.
See, Imyt's coming here. He might have some difficulty I mean, you can get up there if you go to that heated room, bottom left. You can get a run. You have some runway. You can get through that water to the up to the top and get morph. But ice did make that easier for Cruelbeanz. So yeah, that's where Imyt's going now.
Yeah.
Going up to jail to get ice.
Most of us have just never seen this from that room, so I don't know if that's actually a logical thing from where Cruelbeanz did it, because it's I believe it's a 2-tap required. So the right side might give you enough with just an E-tank.
That does sort of further cement kind of the best thing about these is, I mean, I feel like you've run, I was looking at leaderboards. If I'm not mistaken, you've run the most recorded map randos on the leaderboards. And even then, you haven't seen this setup.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. And if I have, I don't know if it's ever been required.
Right.
For like a morph. Because that is kind of a tough situation.
I mean, one of the sort of central conceits of a good randomizer, right? The whole idea behind it is the game is completable. You won't be led into a soft lock. And the only way, if I remember the verbiage correctly, the only way that there's an item past the point where you would need that item, like that's the only way that you would go in there is like, oh, the item I need to get out is in there. But it's not supposed to be that way, right? It's not supposed to be where you have to get the escape item past the point of no return, as you might call it. So
yep. So interesting. Yeah, we'll have a talk about that later because I'm very curious to know if that pipe room is just logical with a 2-tap. Nonetheless, that is the logical morph because that is the only way, and you need morph on either entrance. Well, you need morph to get through this entrance, or you need to get a speed booster through Croc Speedway. So
Right. What?
Okay, so-
okay. I'll say this is a pretty crazy start to this seed. I love it though.
I'm glad that both players recognize that as well. I suppose that's the only thing that they can do at
Right.
that point. So there's really no other option. Even if you don't know if it's logic, you just have to do it. And Nito confirmed it, that he did look, and that is the pipe room is in logic. So interesting.
Right.
It's the first time I've seen that. So that's good to know.
I mean, with the placement of the sandpit room where it was, the other sandpit, the right side one, could not be another dual item sandpit room, right? So yeah, this really was the only way they could go.
Yep.
And I don't know. I like that, because it's like not something you would normally do, but you're forced to do it, and it just shows like, oh no, this can work. Okay. And we don't see just one racer having gotten that with another one sort of floundering about. This is still a very close race, even with that taken into consideration.
Yes, absolutely. So Beans is going to, I believe, I think imyt turned around from this position, right? As I was yapping, I was not necessarily paying attention to imyt as he entered Norfair from this location.
Wait, why is he taking this one? I don't think you can't have the other side.
He doesn't feel good about that. You can see his face.
Okay. No, it's just a little bit of a loop he's got to do. It's a
Yeah,
little bit
just
of a time
little
waste,
He can
but-
farm here, so just don't get hit by an ouch. Yeah.
Right. Wait, is that what those are called?
Yes. Yep.
That's a great name for it.
Just don't hit
Oh my god.
it. It wouldn't have killed him there, but those things do a lot of damage.
Oh my god. Okay. He hasn't picked up bombs, so he could be. Yeah, what are you doing?
I don't want to laugh, but I love so in his mind, I think he went through the sand pit, and that was like a check. So then he's like, the next check was the big pink, but he went a little ahead of himself there. So.
A little zoomed out, focusing on the big picture there, I would say, was the case. But no, it's okay.
It happens. He's gonna reel it back
like
in here.
the having a good belly laugh and then saying I don't want to laugh. It was a little late for both of us, I think, on that one.
No, it's okay. We
It's a
can
good
laugh
point.
at him. It's totally fine. I think he would have wanted it that way. So
Yeah. Oh, he'd have a good chortle if the roles were reversed here.
yeah. So these bombs are not going to be in logic.
Right.
So imyt might need to take that in consideration if he's still looking for power bombs at some point, because, it looks like Cruelbeanz found super missiles. Super missiles might lead to power bombs. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, spring ball. So spring ball leads to bomb.
Luxury. There you go. That's all I'll say about that. You said it might lead to what?
So the way the logic is working here is, it does want you to get bombs eventually for probably the charge item in Big Pink. But imyt can underwater wall jump, so he essentially skips that step. Beans did find spring ball, which now puts bombs in logic.
Right. So you just did things a little out of order. I mean, I would certainly say that certain co-commentators probably can't say much about doing things out of order. Am I right? I mean, not trying to not calling you out there, but I mean, you do like to break logic now and then. You've been known.
Yes,
to do
yes.
so.
Sorry, I wasn't quite sure what you're getting at. I was just ready for the insults or whatever it was.
No, okay.
I'm all for it.
I'm not trying to bring sort of the there is a sort of contentious vibe you have with your chat. I'm not trying to bring that into play here.
Oh, okay. No, that's totally fine. They deserve it, by the way. But yes, I do like to play a little bit out of order sometimes. I think it is the fun part about map randos is you can kind of infer or deduce logically what a step is, and then you can skip prior steps with better tech.
Right.
That's really the fun part. So then you can then make decisions based on the item that you got out of logic if you want to go back for the item that you know is essentially necessary.
I mean, look, if you like Metroidvanias in general, one of the core concepts of Metroidvania is sequence breaking. So you can't get mad at someone for breaking logic. It's kind of central to Metroidvanias in general.
Exactly. So, so touche. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone on my side. Thank you. So we got Indiana Jones. We got the toilet running through it. That does kind of give you some good information. You might need to take the toilet to get to the map or to a new zone. Emmett's going to be checking this item. And Cruelbeanz is, I think, now going to be going to bombs. Which will lead
power
him-
bombs have been located.
very nice.
There it is. Never punished. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what route Emmett took for this, but clearly that was what the game wanted. This, where Emmett just is, that might even be the next step. That might be a powerbomb door. I know Emmett has not great memories of that room. He's not here to hear it, but yeah, GDQ, that room's not a very good combination.
Oh.
Miserable room.
Are you talking about the rando race?
Yes.
Yep.
I think he had to farm that for quite a while, and it's a terrible room to deal with.
Oh yeah. I still laugh every time I think about that Eddie sniping Andy on that. It was the most epic snipe I've ever seen.
That was great. Yeah, there could have been no better outcome. So that's.
Oh yeah. Well, Andy might disagree.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if it was reversed and Andy did the same thing, I still would have felt the same about the outcome. It's just the entertainment value was extremely high there. So
yeah, honestly, with races like this, it doesn't matter if you favor one racer or another. Which, of course, we're commentators here. We're not allowed. We have to remain unbiased. Yada yada. But
I'm super
regardless.
biased. But yeah,
yeah, fair. Okay. You still want a close race.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Okay, finally going to see the map for Norfair here.
Yes.
And a good chunk of it explored, but 2 more majors there.
So they have high jump. Emmett's going to probably be finding Spring Ball.
Supposed to be located.
Yes, Sports Spawn is located. That's not something you really want to deal with right now.
I don't think I've ever seen the right exit from Spore Spawn into West Ocean like that.
Oh, is that what it was? Is that?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy.
And Torian is just shooting downwards with the numerous. We got a toilet, and then we have an elevator into Torian. Who knows what's down there? Jeez.
Yeah, but also it's funny because we just finished a race that was Varia plus movement, and this one is logically heading the same way. I don't think we're going to see gravity for a while here.
We may not. It's kind of hard to say.
Boots, ice.
Yeah.
Varia. I mean, it's all kind of coming together. And also Spring Ball. I mean.
Yeah. So once they get Spring, and especially once they get Grapple, that's kind of when gravity could be any major, I feel like. But until then, if they can access an item right now, it may not be, depending on how the room layouts are going forward.
Right. I'll tell you, chat, if you want to get good at underwater movement, you can go and generate a seed that is Varia plus movement right now at maprando.com. And you will learn that underwater. I used to hate underwater movement. I used to hate it. But now it's just like, okay, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah, it certainly helps. Just forcing yourself to do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cruelbeanz is about to find power bombs, and Emmett might be going for this major, which I think is good. He definitely should get Spring Ball, so he'll have Spring, Ice. He has a lot of water movements. I think there was another zone. Torian was way south. I think you just probably go to another zone here.
Yeah. It's funny because if you don't want to do that short charge, or if you haven't practiced that short charge here, which it's a tough one for me. I usually don't get that way. But you're thinking, oh, if I only had power bombs. And then what do you do when you bomb jump your way up there? Power bombs. There we go.
Yeah.
It's like getting gravity in Aqueduct. Or speed booster rather. Getting speed booster in Aqueduct. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got the item I needed to get the item.
All right, so Emmett's about to find Spring. I'm very curious to see how he's going to play this from this position. Spring and another super missile. I think he'll pick that up on the way out. Yeah, it's kind of tough. there's an objective here, but they still have numerous other objectives they have to deal with. I think Ridley was already located in Criteria, so you kind of want to leave that behind if you can, unless there's other entrances or maybe other majors that they think they need.
Right. How much of a role? How much of a factor do you think it'll turn out to be that imyt blinded less of Norfair here? I mean, I guess it wasn't that much different, but I mean, Cruelbeanz still doesn't have the map.
Yeah, so he's about to see the map, and honestly, we might be fairly tied here.
Right. Because the map led imyt to where Cruelbeanz has already gone.
Yeah, exactly. So it's tough to say. I'm not even trying to figure out who's ahead, or because it's really, I think there's some interesting choices they have to make here. I don't know if we've seen Mother Brain, but we've seen 2 objectives. I don't know if they've scrolled enough. Okay, so there's nothing else up there.
That is a lot of missiles, though.
So imyt did not continue through. I mean, obviously, yeah. So once you go through Batoon Hall, if you do continue with ice, there is another major over there.
Yeah.
And that makes you kind of feel bad because you don't really want to go back then at that point.
It is very out of the way.
Well, he didn't see the major. Talking to the chat here, he didn't see the major, but both players don't see that major until they go back to the map. Because Power Bombs was in that direction. So you either blind a lot for that major, or you decide to skip it because it's so far out of the way at that point.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, this early in a race, are there any majors you actually can afford to ignore?
You just have to take. This is why random objectives is very difficult, because you have to make a quick checklist in your head of like what you need, where the boss is located, all of that. So honestly, at this point, I prioritize information.
Right.
Information being, I think I'd probably just go down to Meridia, which was in Main Street. So kind of to the left of Spring Ball. I think Cruelbeanz is going to be going for this major in the crab hole here at Everest.
Right. I have to wonder, though. I mean, you see that there is an objective in the area where you are right then. If you can get to it, do you do it? And I don't know. I don't know that they can get to it.
You can double spring ball jump up to Spore Spawn here.
But that's not in... Double spring balls are not in hard logic, though.
No, but obviously, they both are just going to do what they are comfortable with. And
right.
I don't know. You need to do a lateral spring, I believe, which isn't too comfy, but okay. So hopefully imyt also goes for that E-tank, but maybe he's just going to go underneath here.
I hate that crab. I hate that crab so much.
So
it annoys me so much.
imyt needs to take the top route here, unless he wants to do an ice clip.
Yeah. Which I don't know if he has that in his repertoire. Honestly, it looks like he is. See, that's what he's doing.
Ooh, is that? That's right.
Whoa.
That's It looked right at first. Wow, look at him go.
That was nuts. Wait, what did Cruelbeanz just pick up there?
Screw attack.
Screw attack. Nice. Okay. And there's imyt right there. That was
Wow.
That clip was insane.
That was clean. I know his confidence just shot through the roof. We're about to see a new imyt playing this seat here.
I think we have the show off version of imyt here. He's full confidence mode. If you pull off a trick like that on live TV, you're gonna feel pretty confident, and that's hard.
Oh yeah. So if you come over here for this major, you're forced into either going up to Spore Spawn or just going right to Torian. So this major does force this decision upon you. So
Right.
imyt is going immediately to Torian, which I think is the right play here, because you could find grapple or gravity, which will basically make this double spring ball jump that Cruelbeanz is doing pointless. And this is potentially a waste of time from Cruelbeanz.
It is hard to say until we know that major, but I'll say this, and this is kind of a question for you, but are there any other tournaments similar to this or races similar to this where you cannot see how the other player is doing? Because correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're doing something like you're just doing an any percent race, you can see your competitor. You can see where they're at and how they're doing.
Yes. So I basically just any randomizer tournament will definitely have this kind of format here.
Right.
Basically, yeah, you just can't get any information. Any percent or speedrun tournaments are quite a bit different to where it's actually kind of necessary to see where your opponent is, and it's definitely more fun that way.
Emmett finding a save here, I feel like it's been an awfully long time since our players have saved. So that, well, it had been anyway for Emmett. So that's good to see. And
Yeah.
Cruelbeanz going after Spore Spawn here.
Very nice. He unfortunately only has one super, so it's going to be either a very tough 2-round, which you can still 2-round this, but I don't know if Cruelbeanz knows the intricacies of this stupid. No. You have to fire missiles
before he
as
freezes.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. I only know that because I've seen you do it, but hey, I can sound like
there's
I know it.
a terrible, if you run Spore Spawn RTA, you learn how to do this with just missiles, a 2-round with 10 missiles, and it's a miserable experience. The fight is terrible.
Yeah. I guess there wasn't a farm handy. I feel like Cruelbeanz has the 3 supers, 1 missile, quick kill down. But
Yeah, which isn't, well, that's unfortunate. It's going to be a 4-round, but it's still not the worst. At least he's getting an objective down. It might not be the fastest objective, but okay. Wow. This is a little bit miserable. Well, there's really only one choice here. You go immediately probably to well, you go to the closest zone. I don't know where the closest zone is to this save.
Yeah.
But you just go to the closest zone.
Well, looks like it's, Norfair is right there. But then you've got Brinstar directly downward, and then off to the right, you have Wreck Ship, which is, I would say Emmett's making the right play here, going directly to the smaller area.
Yeah. Yeah, not only smaller area, but it's, it's just kind of just prioritizing the closest zone, gathering information. It's a very good way to play, especially in a tournament. I do think that is really a good way to play, unless you're trying to make up a bad early game or something.
And Emmett taking a hit from the Angry Pancake there, whatever it's actually called. I prefer my name for it. And
I
quick
forget,
map
but...
for Wreck Ship. And guess what? Plasma Pirates are here, and potentially 2 majors in that room.
Yes, so very fortunate coming down to Wreck Ship first. Very good. I assume Cruelbeanz will also be coming to Torian. I can't imagine a world where you skip this unless he doesn't scroll the map downwards. We'll see. Please pause. Cruelbeanz, please pause. Oh no. This is not good.
Oh boy.
He might be saving for a pivot, which is... Oh no, he's not saving.
Nope.
Not all is lost, because Brinstar might connect to Meridia. If you remember, Meridia was to the southwest of Norfair, and Brinstar was southwest of Torian. So
right.
A lot of times these maps interconnect. So that's, it could definitely happen.
Yeah, this one's definitely heating up though. I'll say that there is now an advantage for Emmett, although he is that single objective behind. He does have the tools to. Oh, there it is. Charge
nice.
Beam has been acquired. That kind of huge. He does have the tools necessary to take out Plasma Pirates, both in movement and in weaponry. So. Yeah, I would say that the lead is Emmett's right now.
So from our perspective, it is a little bit, I think, in Emmett's favor. However, there are many scenarios that can play out because Brinstar might not have anything. Emmett might feel the need to go into Brinstar after this. I think logically you just do. But let's say Cruelbeanz goes to Meridia, picks up an objective, and then is able to kill maybe Ridley with a few more supers, and then he goes to Wreck Ship. Then he gets to skip Brinstar entirely.
Right.
Yeah, so there's many scenarios that play out for Cruelbeanz' road to victory here.
Right. It's true. It is still too early to call it, honestly, but Yeah, Wooberries rather saying chair screw attack is sick. It is true, but I prefer the morph ball for it because it just turns into a cushion with legs. It's great. I feel like we don't get to see enough like esoteric sprites in these tournament races.
They're
Just the
very
weird
hard to
ones.
play with, so hats off to Beans for playing with the Aussie sprite, I like to call it now. I feel like
Yeah,
Aussie just
yeah.
does it, and he beats us all every time with it, and it just feels terrible. So that's the Aussie sprite.
Yeah, I actually got the chance to ask Aussie if he'd be using it, and said he'd be bringing it out later. So when it matters, I guess.
Yep, so that's an objective down for imyt. Very nice. They already have the Ridley information. Cruelbeanz is up on the Sports Spawn objective, so imyt is hoping to find gravity before he goes back up. Unless this loops to Meridia in some way from Brinstar, which it absolutely could, he is hoping to find gravity for Spore Spawn on the way back up.
Do we think he's going to peek Brinstar first?
Yeah, I think you have to.
Trying to find gravity, right?
Yep. Well, still trying to look for objectives as well. I don't think Botshoon has been located.
True. Also, of course, not. Oh, I guess that's. Oh, saving. Pivot save. Great idea from imyt here. Honestly, I've witnessed some tragic moments due to just not saving when you should. If it's a weekly, sure. If it's a casual race, sure. But when you're in a tournament, you don't want to lose because he didn't save.
Okay. So this
Botshoon
kind
is
of
there.
comes down to what this major is as well. And this also comes down to how far the map is for imyt. This is really good for Beans. Botshoon is here, so he gets an objective out of the way, and there is a major.
Yeah.
So this could be huge.
Yeah, that could be gravity. Now, we know it's not charge. We know where charge is located, but I imagine that... I don't know, chat. What do you think? Spazer incoming?
Honestly, that kind of does look like Spazer, doesn't it? It might be.
It's a you don't need to come over here kind of major, but we don't know.
I think this looks like a major that you can access at the very start of the game, essentially. So I like to think that's Spazer or X-Ray, but you know, we'll see. It might be gravity.
Honestly, you know what? That does make a lot of sense. We were talking about how when you get all of these movement items and that gravity could, the underwater movement items, gravity could just be like, wait, what did we, there was a major there, but I missed it. Did you see what that was?
I did not. No, I was looking at the Meridian map, trying to gather as much information. X-Ray, apparently. So
okay,
that's also good for Beans here.
Wow. Whoa. Brinstar. Tons of majors and landing site.
So this is tough. I feel like Varia is here, or Gravity is here. Not specifically here, but in this location. Let's see if I'm right.
I got to do it for this one because Best Beam has been acquired. This actually could come into play because, I mean, if you don't have enough supers, you can always X Factor Ridley. And because imyt does have charge and wave.
Yes. Yep.
If you could, can you remind me what the damage numbers are on X Factor? I always forget this one.
It's 300 per particle.
Wow.
Yes. So if you
That is
land all 4, then it's essentially 2 super missiles. It takes 30 super missiles to take out Ridley.
Okay. So,
All right. So this is a huge moment for Beans. This item might determine a lot.
Oh,
it is
magic
gravity.
Pancakes have been acquired. That's massive. Oh
Yes.
my god.
This now it's a race. I think imyt did have the lead, but now the fact that was gravity, I think we got a race, and I think imyt needs to, you know, pick it up like he's like a speedrunner. You know, he needs to play like a speedrunner right now and just cruise.
Yeah. That was, you absolutely called it. That was massive for Cruelbeanz. And a lot of the things that imyt has been finding, a lot of the progress he's been making, Cruelbeanz can absolutely make up any kind of lead that imyt might have had.
Yeah, so I think imyt's going to be finding grapple here, which will help him up to Spore Spawn, which is nice. Maybe he won't, but I think he, unless it could be plasma. They haven't located a couple things, but
Spazer is right there. Did imyt just bypass a major there in?
He gets on the way back
in Pit Pirates. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like BT is exactly a death risk here, but that is kind of rough there. Sorry, Spazer fans, but not what imyt was looking for.
Yeah, so imyt hopes for a grapple here. Space jump is probably the second item I would want.
There it is.
The reason you want grapple is because you want an item up to spore spawn.
Right. Well, space jump will have to do in this case, and that can lead to some optimization in movement for imyt through some rooms, but definitely not through water, and it will not get imyt up to spore spawn. Gonna have to use a double spring ball jump unless grapple is elsewhere nearby. I think there was another major that imyt hasn't gotten yet in Brinstar. So.
Okay. Yeah, so this is still interesting because Cruelbeanz needs a solution for Ridley. imyt has it with charge. Charge beam is probably not in Cruelbeanz' path here. So if he goes out of his way to try to kill Ridley before Torian, that could be rough.
Right.
Grapple is for a faster way up to the top of Mount Everest, Eddie, for spore spawn. Both players, I don't think, are super comfortable with the lateral spring ball jump. So since imyt is already going out of his way for these majors, his best bet there was finding grapple, since we know gravity location.
imyt grabbing X-ray here. And believe it or not, that does not equal go mode. Just yet. I think, I mean, imyt's pretty much in go mode, aside from either gravity or grapple. Just either one of those. But imyt is currently not headed toward. Well, actually, he could be heading towards Meridia now.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is a little bit tough because Cruelbeanz is going to be finishing up where Motherbrain is, and imyt has to pass Motherbrain a couple times on his way back now. So imyt definitely needs to just run immediately for. I think you just go right to Meridia here. You just don't even worry about spore spawn because you have to go to Meridia.
Wall, I'm not sure why you censored Eddie's name there. Is it registered in automod or something? What's going on?
I think that's one of the Niv special that caught on. I think one of the bots was censoring Eddie's name, so it kind of just became how we say his name now.
I'm just looking forward to when a Niv is connected to text-to-speech and you and I are rendered obsolete as commentators.
Or we're rendered no longer on Twitch because we were banned. That's probably a more likely scenario.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know that SpeedGaming network would go for that.
All right, so let's see how Cruelbeanz is going to deal with this. There's plenty of X's. Plasma is going to be in the left of Criteria there.
Right.
imyt might just be trying to deal with Ridley right now.
Oh, okay. So instead of looking for more stuff, he's going to be trying to... I have never seen this used for Gary here.
Yeah, I never do that method myself because whenever I try, I always get hit by Gary and I get very upset about it. So,
yeah.
But, yeah.
I got to say, there have been a couple races I've seen where Gary absolutely bullies some players who aren't familiar with the behavior of that little evil snail. I'll tell you.
It's gonna hit this bug now.
Oh my god. There it is. Thank you for the thumbs up. He lets us know he's all right. And,
yeah, he's all good.
Yeah.
I saw it coming, but you know what? At least we get a little entertainment. Thank you, imyt.
Yeah, this is why we like face cams for these guys. It's not necessary, but we do enjoy it.
So yeah, from imyt's perspective, I think this is a pointless endeavor to do Ridley before you go to Meridia. Simply because you still need to go to Meridia regardless, and there's no good majors here.
Yeah. Speaking of pickups, I feel like the seed is telling Cruelbeanz right now, who is looking for super missiles, saying best I can do is power bombs.
Wait, what is?
Wait.
What is he doing?
Why is he? Does he just want? Yeah. Bye. Hi, Dragon. Bye, Dragon. It's just it's just a health item on the other side of Dragon there, so I'm not sure what that was about.
Oh, more power bombs.
My goodness. What was the major though? Oh, grapple. Oh, grapple is in criteria. That could be good for imyt, actually.
If I'm imyt, I don't even go for a major that far away. I'd be really shocked if he did.
I mean, at this point, he might think it's gravity though. You know what I
He
mean?
might. It's just tough because it has to exactly be gravity, because grapple, you could fail the spring ball jump numerous times and still save time over going for that major.
True. That is so out of the way.
He's going for it. Oh no.
Well, it's still kind of. I mean, yeah, gravity was a huge deal for Cruelbeanz, but it is still kind of hard to say. Remember, Cruelbeanz still has not found plasma pirates, and
yeah,
imyt though has not found Botwoon. So it's guys, one's so up in the air.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough. Yeah, so he does want this health refill as well. He might be going for these X's, even though when you have Ice Wave Spazer, it's a pretty fast fight. It's just like the any percent beams that you have, and that's a fairly fast fight. It's about, you can do the fight in like 80 seconds.
Yeah.
Probably faster with 15 super missiles. So.
And I mean, Cruelbeanz, of course, here taking on Ridley, has 20 max supers, plenty of power bombs, and if you get good at getting those double hits with those power bombs, that can be pretty significant.
So like Eddie said, not starting with the power bombs is interesting because you can get in a pretty bad spot with Ridley being turned red. The movements are a lot quicker and they're harder to deal with.
Right. And also, there's the option for what I've seen you do in your low percent ice, where you use the what is it, ice shield?
Oh
attack?
yeah. Unfortunately for Cruelbeanz, he doesn't have that option.
He doesn't have charge.
Yes, yeah. So
I always forget that.
So he has to at least be hitting. I don't know if he has to hit all these doubles. I think he's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure. This is a little bit. Hopefully he didn't miss any super missiles. So with this, he needs about 3,000 damage. If he hit everything, he is taking a lot of hits. Cruelbeanz, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
This is why you.
Oof.
Get out of there! This is why you deal with. He's hoping that. Oh God. Oh no. He's hoping that Ridley is dead, so he's waiting for the pickup. But if Ridley just grabs him,
oh, there it is.
Good. That's pretty unlikely to happen. That Ridley just explodes that way.
Just Ridley go boom, yeah.
Yes, but when you're in a certain position, if Ridley is like in the death, AI, whatever he's doing, the hover, then Ridley he'll just explode if you're in a certain position. So.
Yeah, it's honestly, to me, it's so weird how they programmed Ridley. You know, you have separation in the programming for the tail. The manipulations are weird. Whenever you engage screw attack, Ridley's just like, he stops what he's doing, or he'll change. He won't pogo. He'll cancel a pogo. It's really crazy to see. But yeah, I don't even know the conditions required to get Ridley to just go exploding like that. I just know I've accidentally made it happen a few times.
imyt
oh my God, 55 health left for imyt.
Yeah, that was a little too close for comfort.
Neither of these players care about our blood pressure levels, but you know what? They both pulled it out. They both clutched it out and got it done.
Yep. So Cruelbeanz needs to, maybe slow down a little bit here, because imyt still needs to go to Meridia. But what imyt needs to do is essentially just immediately get to Meridia and there he sees that. So
Yeah.
I wonder if he didn't see that initially. He needs to just kill Batoon and leave. Anything outside of just the objective there is going to be really, really bad. It's going to be pretty tough for Imyt to bring this one back because of Cruelbeanz position. But
Yeah. I mean, we were saying gravity would make a huge difference, and it certainly is doing exactly that. Cruelbeanz potentially heading down to where he would find plasma pirates, and at that point, that's endgame.
Yep. There's also another scenario. I can't remember exactly where Charge was, but if Charge is in kind of a bad position, Cruelbeanz might decide to be going for ammo, which would be pretty bad, depending on if it's close, far away, if he gets power bombs. But the objectives, well, he could go to Brinstar, but Wreck Ship is closer, and I think, did Wreck Ship have plasma pirates?
What I do remember about Wreck Ship is that the map was not far from where you enter Wreck Ship. It was a pretty easy get, so we'll find out shortly here.
Yeah. So Imyt will be saving some time on the way back. It's not a pretty map. What you'd like to see here is Beans just blind Brinstar if that's what Imyt would want to see, or hope that would happen here. But
yeah,
Beans is going to be playing for the map, which is smart.
Yeah, you get Turian map, you see, okay, not a lot going on here, and then the logical move is you check Wreck Ship first. And it's exactly what Imyt did, and it paid off. So I believe we can expect the same from Cruelbeanz as well.
Yeah, so there's a good point from Eddie as well. So I think the map was on the opposite end of the ship. So if Beans does go to Wreck Ship and skips Brinstar, he's going to have to blind the ship. You can almost expect a fail initially because of the position of the map.
It's not too odd to sack for the map though when you're in that situation. But I'm trying to recall right now where Mother Brain is. If it's a long escape, that can be frustrating. No, actually, it's not. It's not a long escape at all. Actually,
no, it's not too bad. So,
other than X-ray Hall,
Imyt would be hoping for a long escape here for that scenario to pan out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the issue with Imyt here too is he still does have Spore Spawn.
True. And he's making his way though towards Batoon. I don't know. What would you predict Imyt's going to do when he sees that major? Because at that point, you kind of have it figured out that it's very likely gravity.
I can't remember.
He feels like he needs it at this point.
I can't remember the position, but you don't go for it. You have gravity. If it's really close, you go for it. But generally, you're not going to.
Okay. Well, we'll find out where Imyt's head is at here in a second. He's about to get that map.
So I assume Beans is going to Wreck Ship and not Brinstar.
Yep, there it is. Okay. I mean, once you get the map, Wreck Ship is basically on the way out. So you just check it real quick.
Gravity. That's not bad, yeah.
Yeah, gravity's close to Batoon, so that does kind of make sense. You're already in the area. You might as well.
Yeah. Spore Spawn is top of Everest right before you go into Torian. So it's actually very interesting. So this is kind of where this took a bad turn for Imyt because he did come down here. He actually went to Torian before Spore Spawn. But what Cruelbeanz did is killed Spore Spawn, but skipped Torian, even though Torian was at the bottom right of Everest, which is a very interesting decision,
right?
Because they're still looking for objectives. So he decided to go for the much, much further away zone, which was Meridia.
Maybe this is where we make the obligatory spoiler log joke.
Yeah, no, it worked out. It's good to take those deviant, those different plays rather,
right?
And maybe Cruelbeanz felt like he needed to, and in that case, when you feel like you're behind, those plays are really good to take.
All right, Imyt currently heading towards gravity. I have to wonder how he'll feel once he finds that. Does Imyt assume that Cruelbeanz went and got gravity first? I mean, it's very hard to quiet that voice in your head when you're running these.
I don't think in Imyt's position that I'd be worried because you generally, if you go for those majors next to Spore Spawn and you take out Spore Spawn early, you're going to T unless you overlook it or you're taking a kind of a massive risk, in my opinion.
Right.
So it might have been an overlook from Cruelbeanz, but we'll have to pick his brain after this.
You know, it's funny. You know, we like to paint a picture of sort of the disparate things between the two racers that make that difference, but I don't think I don't want to undersell the fact that Cruelbeanz does have excellent movement as well. You know,
yes, he does.
Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of thing that you naturally attribute to someone who is just a sort of more dedicated to speedrunning, but no, Cruelbeanz is. I've seen some of his movement through some of these rooms. It is very good.
Yes. Yeah. No. Cruelbeanz is a very good player. I think Charge was here.
Right. Yes,
so then I think he's good to go.
Yeah.
Well, he only has ice, which is not great, but he has plenty of super missiles, so you just go right for the fight.
Yeah. At this point, Imyt is going to be speeding towards Spore Spawn, and
yes,
that should be a very quick kill. This is, oh my god, this is still close. It's still close, but it is definitely favoring because of how far away from Mother Brain is relative to Cruelbeanz. There's a trek back that he's got to make.
Yes. So Cruelbeanz is realizing that he didn't spot the ship yet. So this is interesting. Imyt needs to just put on the boosters here and just cruise. He did learn how to take out Spore Spawn in 2 rounds, so I know he's sweating because I think he knows he needs to hit that 2-rounder on Spore Spawn here. So
now, are you saying that Imyt has got to go fast?
Yes,
got to go fast.
And there's a lot of scenarios here actually, and the chat is picking up on some of this. What's the refill situation look like? How close is it? Basically, any room away from Mother Brain is going to be time lost on Cruelbeanz' end because you're not going to go into the fight with just ice. It's really awful.
Oh yeah, you're asking for trouble there. You're asking for having to dodge tons of onion rings and all that other good stuff. And honestly, Cruelbeanz has a ton of health though, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be, too much risk of death there, but it's just a slog to get through that fight with just Charge and Ice Beam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Imyt is flying here. I'd say he's pretty locked in.
Yeah, so Cruelbeanz is going to be farming up these cack attacks, which will take a little bit of time. It's not terrible. Well, I take it back. It's kind of terrible.
It's kind of terrible.
Imyt just needs to assume that Cruelbeanz is right behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said it's not terrible at first, Nevdi, but then I took it back. This is going to be a minute or 2 farm from Cruelbeanz here, and Imyt needs to be fighting Spore Spawn about 30 seconds ago, so he needs to, punch her down here.
I'll agree with chat, though. I'm surprised that we didn't see a Zeb skip and just try to take out Mother Brain. Farm first, Zeb skip, take out Mother Brain. But,
this
25
is crazy,
supers
actually.
is not bad.
This is actually really, really close now because of this. All hope was lost.
Yeah. The path down from Norfair here to get to where Mother Brain is very quick. I mean, you're going down toilet and you're just like almost there already. So.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Imyt needs to hit this 2-round.
Oh no.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, this is close. Come on, Imyt. You can do the 2-round. Let's tighten this up. Make it interesting. Oh, nice. He hit the double. He was practicing that. Very nice. So now he just needs one missile, one super. Should be easy enough.
Yep,
thought he
there you go.
missed.
It's
He needs
just
to
what
leave.
chat would always hope for. It
needs
all
to
comes
just
down to
leave.
Spospo.
Yep, he needs to just leave. I don't know what he's
Yeah.
doing, but just wow. This is now really, really close.
Oh my god, this is going to be down to the wire.
This is killing me a little bit here because it was really in Cruelbeanz' favor, but now this is insane.
I mean, Imit has space jump. Cruelbeanz does not. Imit is just going to be booking it here, and now Imit is at Mother Brain 2. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is smart. Just go. This beam combo is really fine. This is the any percent beam combo. So, Cruelbeanz will have a faster fight. However, Imit's going to be starting the fight sooner.
Chat.
Wow.
Get those guesses in. Get those guesses in. I'm saying 55 seconds.
I'm going to say 35.
Okay.
So, Cruelbeanz needs the map. That's the issue. So Cruelbeanz' fight is going to be, he might even finish before Imit here, if he can get in there right now.
But then it's a blind escape.
It's a blind escape for him. Imit has the map information. This is incredibly close.
This chat, this is the race that you hope for. This is what the close race that we want between two very talented and skilled racers here. What a finish for this best of three.
So Cruelbeanz needs the ice shield. Ice shield actually isn't the worst. Unfortunately for him, these shots are terrible. He kind of needed to prioritize just using his missiles. He needed 25 supers to start this fight, or 24, because this is a miserable experience with this. He has the health. I don't know if he knows ice shields, but
oh, that's it. Imit's closing it out.
This is actually a crazy end to this because it's just the little, you don't even know. For the longest time, it was 20 minutes. It was Cruelbeanz. It was his match. It was his match to lose. He was ahead because of the Murdia play. But just these little things, it shows how much they add up. Having to look for charge, not getting other beams, Imit just going immediately into the fight.
Yeah, Imit had eyes on the prize here. 120 on the timer. And yeah, all of those, we saw some back and forth here. We saw some micro optimizations from speedrunning come into play on Imit's side. Some really good planning and exploration from Cruelbeanz. But what a race. And now Cruelbeanz is getting the rainbow beam. Wow.
Yeah, this was a great race, and it, like Eddie said, this just shows how important every single decision is, and it's like the micro decisions that you make have a huge effect and impact on how you're going to finish a seed, and that's why we love these races. That's why we love playing map randos. Is these little decisions add up. So.
Yeah, chat, if you're watching these thinking, I want to run these, I want to try these out, maprando.com, start on normal skill assumptions, and that's just if you've ever played Super Metroid more than one, like you're ready to jump in, get it, try it out yourself. We had so many racers for this tournament, 64 for this tournament. It's absolutely crazy, but it leads to moments like this.
Yes, this is a cruel way for Cruelbeanz to lose this one a snipe, but it's an incredible match from both players. Imit's going to be taking the best of three. Congratulations, Imit, for progressing to round 4 in the lower bracket against Cruelbeanz.
Wow. GG's to both of our racers here, putting up an amazing effort. And it just, you know what? If I'm Cruelbeanz, I'm just going to finish it out. You're there,
Yeah. No, just finish it out. It was a great match, and my heart hurts a little bit. That was incredibly entertaining. Stressful, but that's what we wanted. We wanted 3 games. We wanted close matches, and it looks like, man.
Yo. Welcome, Imit.
Ooh.
Wow. GG's. We're just waiting on beans now. But yeah, chat, stick around. We're getting both of our racers in here to have a little post-game chat. You don't want to miss that.
I was just
I'll get a
saying
little
how
water before
badly
Beans pops in.
yeah, badly my heart hurts here. That last match, you don't even know the stress we were dealing with. It was very interesting how you both played that.
Yeah. I felt miserable, but I'll explain why in a sec. I'll be right back.
All right, we'll be here. Wow. You know, a race like this, it's going to 3 rounds is fatiguing, man. That is just tiring.
It is.
So much concentration, race after race.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah. All right, welcome. We have both Cruelbeanz and imyt here for a little post-game chat. GG's to both of y'all. What an amazing best of 3 from both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was really good.
Oh my goodness,
Dude.
before we talk about other stuff, in my head, I was like, the only cope I have, which I think is very possible, and I wish I was like had my mic on, is that Cruelbeanz is doing the blind escape. As soon as I finished, I pulled up your stream to see if you were like doing that, and I don't know how many times you were struggling, but I was like, man, because he could have skipped like a ton of zones. But maybe he'd have to blind escape. But I felt so miserable the whole scene. I overlooked Batoon. I thought Dragon was Batoon. It was out of control.
So yeah, we'll talk about this last seed before the others because this is the one we just saw. But
yeah,
it was very interesting because Cruelbeanz decided to do Mount Everest springball jump up to Spore Spawn first.
Yep.
Before, like right after that major in the crab hole to the left, and Cruelbeanz, did you not see Torian?
I did not. I completely overlooked it.
So
okay.
That Cruelbeanz overlooked Torian, which put him in Meridia, which gave him a huge advantage.
Beans, I got to jump in here for this real quick.
Yep.
I believe we have yelled together about scrolling the map.
I know, dude.
While doing comms.
I know, dude. I was so nervous because I knew imyt was right on my butt or ahead of me. I had to play it on my mind.
But the thing is, it gave you a massive advantage because here's how
I did Meridia last Cruelbeanz. I was there was a lot of water movement, and I was like just grabbing every major, like praying for grab, and I knew I could do Spore. Like Spore is fine. I actually do that double sprint all the time, but I was like, well, there's no point for me to do it yet, not yet, because I knew either way it was like looping back because I still had to kill Ridley, so it made no sense for me. I thought to kill Spore, so I saved it for last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you made the right play there. So it was just interesting because if you go into Torian, which we assumed you both were going to do, because you kind of you're forced. Your hand is forced if you go for that major. You either have to do Spore Spawn, or you have to go to Torian.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
You went to Torian. That gave you an objective. However, there was 3 zones, and Wreck Ship was the objective. You find Mother Brain, and then Brinstar has nothing.
I really considered, by the way, just like bailing and going back to Ridley, but I didn't really think that made a ton of sense. I was like, man, I think I have to check these because then I can maybe skip Meridia.
Yeah, so going into it, we were like, imyt has a massive advantage, but then Cruelbeanz overlooks, goes to Meridia, gets an objective. It's a dead end Meridia, and then gets gravity.
Yeah.
So then at that point, it immediately swings in Cruelbeanz's favor to where he has a massive advantage.
Wait, was I ahead at that point or no?
You were ahead going into Torian, but once the information is seen from our end and for what Meridia has, Cruelbeanz has a massive advantage.
Interesting. Okay, I don't know if you were trying to tap into my psyche, Oates, but with how I know Cruelbeanz knows logic like better than me, and like the first seed, I was like, man, I knew it was bad, so I knew like regardless we were struggling, but I'm like, Cruelbeanz is gonna figure this out before me, like for sure.
He did a little bit, but we were saying I said this couldn't be morph because I've never seen the pipe room. I didn't know that you could. I didn't know it was in logic to Shine Spark from the right edge.
Yeah.
That I believe that's the logic.
Oh, you're talking about the last
over
seed?
The pipes.
Yeah, dude, I actually didn't know that was logic either. Did you see how confused I was? I was like,
you got it relatively quick though. So
relatively, but I was pausing a lot, and like I was like, I know 3-tap short charge is not in logic, So the only way I could possibly think is if I could spark from that right door, which okay,
which was very smart. That's actually quick thinking on your end. But yeah, Beans figured it out really quick, and I even said I think Beans' expertise, I guess, in the more difficult seeds probably is what gave him that advantage there. I'm sure he's seen that scenario.
Yeah, I have.
Now, not calling you out, Oates, on this, but I do want y'all both to know that Oates was absolutely certain that Morph was not there. I
would be too. I thought it was strange too, but once there was no other options, I felt like there's no other options, and then it just has to be. But yeah, I was confused. I also didn't mean to drop down that right sand pit, and then I was like, and then having to have no items either. I was like, can Cruelbeanz just done me already, dude?
Just awkward fall.
Yeah, I was like in distress because I had to redo it again for the bombs, and then I had to go. It was just a silly situation, but
I tried to Uwu J for the bombs, and then I just failed it, and I left.
Well, you didn't have Morph at the time, so we were a little confused. Oh, you just realized that? We thought you realized you didn't have Morph and left, but that would have been great if you got up there.
Oh my god!
I knew that meant sprain or grab was relatively close, and it's funny because I was actually logically on the way to spring blind, but I just hate blinding stuff so much that I just bailed out on that. I don't know if you guys remember
actually
that
blinded spring really, relatively quickly.
I think it makes sense too. I just like bailed because I didn't have bombs or power bombs or supers yet, and I felt really uncomfortable. Yeah. So that's why I went and got bombs, I think, after Morph.
I think we were both glad to see you see both of y'all in that third seed find Morph relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Because it could have easily been where you could kind of flounder around. You try other dead ends and other ways you can. But no, y'all both found that sort of odd morph ball placement almost around the same time. So
yeah,
and that was the first time I've ever seen that. Yeah,
tricky. Same. So.
There's been some strange morph ball placements lately.
Yeah. So I guess other than that, on that last match, it was very, very stressful. I'm trying to think if there's any other crazy things. Essentially, the TLDR of this seed was Cruelbeanz. You overlooking Torian was super advantageous for you. Damn. And the unfortunate part was you had to deal with an ammo situation, and that was really tricky to figure out at the very end, because we didn't realize that there was a chance for imyt until you had to start farming the cax, you had to break the zebs, and then we were getting stressed.
Yeah, that farming was brutal. I mean, you do that, or you end up doing, charge ice on Mother Brain.
Yeah, I didn't
for
want to
half
do that.
an hour or something.
My first time going in, I thought I had enough to get the tank busted, and I was sad to see that I didn't have it.
You know me, I grabbed every major. I was really hoping that I knew grab would save me infinite time if I grabbed it while I was on the right side. It was just all water. It was like Aqueduct, Everest, and then Main Street. And I had to traverse all of that. So I was like, I felt stupid grabbing majors then because I was already in go mode. But I was like, man, I think I just should still grab them. But yeah, I bet Oates was rolling his eyes at that because it was like pretty excessive grabbing those majors, I felt. But I also really wanted to grab.
I was surprised you went for grapple.
That was yeah.
I was thinking it was because you thought it might be grab. So
I went for grab.
Yeah, I mean, I was just coping for grab every single major. That's the only one I wanted. Then I would have started skipping them all.
Honestly, what a great third seed, though. I mean, not for you two, for us, because of the entertainment value of a seed that forces you to blind Norfair, tons of underwater movement. I mean, but y'all both tackled it.
But it was close, though. Like, that's all I can ask for is it was close.
Yeah, I was just, Cruelbeanz, I was legit staring at done for probably the last 30 minutes.
Same.
I was like, okay, man. I just really thought Cruel was going to finish early.
Speaking of that.
Did he beat Motherbrain first?
No. So he had 25 supers. You had fewer supers. You had beams. You started the fight earlier. However, Beans, I think, used some supers on the brain before the fight, and if you would have used some ice shields too, that's probably good to learn. I think the power bomb combos are pretty powerful.
I thought about it, but I was
it's tricky, but yeah, it can kind of come in handy since ice is pretty weak. But yeah, you'll have to watch it back. Very entertaining.
Oh yeah.
But what I do want to talk about is the first match.
Oh my god. I am trying not to be dramatic, but I honestly felt like that was the worst seed I've ever played in Hard Tricky.
And that's how you felt. However, you both killed Fantoon at exactly the same time. In fact, Emmett, you killed Fantoon sooner.
That's
Really?
awesome.
Yes.
Even with that though, like I still felt like I knew the map structure was so bad that like I knew Cruelbeanz would also be struggling. But once I like did a few bad loops and like didn't get that one major, which was speed, I felt like pretty bad. That like Dragon was up there as well or whatever.
I'm glad Gruck. I don't know if you're in the channel. I called out Gruck. Please make an emote out of this, and he made it exactly how I imagined. So thank you.
Okay,
that's all you need to know about
God.
game one. It was a terrible experience for Emmett towards the end. However,
I don't think that mattered a ton. Like
you were tied at Fantoon. However, but
okay,
we can tell you the deciding factor was you forgetting that Criteria had a speed lock near the map.
Oh, yikes.
You decided to skip speed. You were essentially, both of you were tied. Cruelbeanz grabbed speed. And that was essentially it. You went on kind of a wild goose chase to the the western part of Criteria, away from the map, hoping it connected. But all that time, Cruelbeanz was just shine sparking up, got Varia, and got the map immediately.
I didn't have speed, so I knew I couldn't do that yet. You know what I was actually coping for? It was one, a loop, and two, that I just spiked Dragon.
Yep, and that's what I had mentioned. I think at this point you felt so behind. I said that he's probably just trying to spike a boss, but we saw the map from Cruelbeanz and we knew that it was just miserable. So
yeah. The moment we walked into Criteria, I felt like we missed something. That's why I turned around.
That makes sense. Yeah,
the first seed was really hard.
Dude, I thought that was really hard. It really is unfortunate that my like crazy adventure at the start going in the Bryn, Cruelbeanz and I talked about it a little bit in the tournament chat. I was like on an insane adventure trying to get map, and I somehow was like pulling it off, and I felt really good. And then like I saw where the map was, I was like, it's got to be just drop down this pit. It's gonna be that little sand room, and it's no problem. And then it wasn't. And then I was like, okay, GG. And then I just like lost all that time. And I was thinking about doing it again, but I was like, I need to cut my losses and like play.
You have to watch back the first game because you flip-flopped so many times. You took opposite decisions at the top right of ship, top left of ship, and then you converged at the ship room, crossed each other, went to the opposite zones. So you essentially
that seed had me messed up, man. I was all over the place.
It was really funny to watch.
I gotta rewatch it.
And the funny part is you doing Brinstar early actually saved you time because Cruelbeanz decided to try to go for the map, but we knew that it wasn't accessible from that spot. So you avoided doing all that and went immediately to the top left of the ship room to blind a new area. So that saved you that time back.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, I was looking for a new area too. That's why I like nodded. I was like, I just don't know what's going on with that map, and we still don't have much.
Speaking of that first seed, I do want to give a shout out real quick to D Rocky Lizard for joining Oats on comms for that one.
Let's go, D Rock.
I wasn't part of that, but shout out D Rocky.
Yeah, that was yeah. I forgot. It feels like forever ago now. I've been commenting.
It was
for a while
so long.
Here,
I'm so like donezo, man. My brain's fried. The first seed actually exhausted me. I was worried about that. I was like pretty zapped from it, pretty drained.
Man, I was watching. It looked like a rough start.
It felt like it was just grueling. I felt.
Yeah,
and that's what we had mentioned. It's really tough. It's mentally fatiguing playing 3 matches. So we knew that the third match might be a doozy, and it certainly was. So.
Well, about that, I do have a question about the second seed.
Yeah.
Emmett, so what made you decide to go and take out Dragon before leaving the starting area? Did you think it was
he
connected
overlooked
to
the speed lock, didn't he?
I overlooked the speed lock, yeah. I was going to kill them both and leave. I just like didn't see the speed lock. In the end, it wasn't that bad, but I was definitely like disappointed because it's like a time waste. But yeah, I normally leave that every single time.
Yeah, I had to go. I went back for that.
Yep. I dropped down, did it, and I was like, well, this was dumb.
Yeah, well, because we assumed it was faster for Cruelbeanz. He had X-ray and everything, so.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah.
it wasn't. It would have been a bigger time sink if it wasn't Varia plus movement giving you grapple and the quick kill. So
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't a huge deal in the end. But
Right.
I was just wondering what your mindset was at that moment.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
all.
It was just an overlook. I didn't see the speed lock. Wait. Wait, is this 3 speed lock seeds or?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wait,
That's
Yeah.
pretty tight.
was it
No.
3?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
sir.
if you count the last one, but yeah,
That's just your thing, Emmett. So
that's crazy, right? But the first 2 were like hard speed locks, right?
Yeah, the moment we got picked up speed, it's like, oh crap, it's an imit seed.
I felt so good when we had speed and high jump. Like my confidence actually soared.
I knew it.
But then, yeah, I was pretty happy to see speed and high jump. It's like, this is pretty good. I can do stuff. Yeah.
That's something
That
that
was-
we chatted about a little bit, and you mentioned sort of the sort of your mental state there when you got that, and it's something Oates and I talked a little bit about. But I want to hear from both of y'all on this because, of course, started Cruelbeanz gets around, then imyt got around. How does that affect your mentality? It's a little different for everyone, I imagine. But Cruelbeanz, how'd you feel going into round 3?
I felt good. I was having fun with this whole thing. I knew it was close. All 3 matches, I knew it was. So that's the best thing I can do. And I did better than I did last year, so I can't hope for anything better than this.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, after the second game, and me and Cruelbeanz were like having fun in chat and stuff and talking about it. So it was a pretty like calm. I actually mentioned this. Cruelbeanz, you shouldn't have. You like actually inspired me the first game, and you probably should have said anything.
Oh, it's fine.
Because when I was struggling, I was like, this is horrible what I'm doing. Like, I've lost so much time.
Oh, I
And when
did.
you told me you were shambling too, I was like, okay.
Dude,
Because you were like, I'm shambling in chat. I was like, okay, well, me too. I'm badly shambling. This is horrible. But then I was like, okay, maybe I can still do something.
I died early in the first seed several times trying to get the big pink.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually had no problem getting there. But yeah, to answer your question, Braithorn, like, again, the third seed I felt good because the second one went so well for me. Like, it was a relatively fast seed, and I think it was one that played to my strengths, where like I go to the majors, and the majors close to the zone, and it just like was rewarding me. So I felt like pretty good about that.
Yeah.
But I will say the first 15 minutes into the second seed, I felt really bad because I felt like I was slow getting the morph logic. I went down the right sand pit, just lost. I mean, lost like 2 minutes minimum. I mean, it was so bad. It loses so much time. Having to do that loop again.
We forgot about that. The lava dive.
That's
actually,
right.
For
That's
game
where it
2 was the
diverged.
Game 2.
deciding factor. So Cruelbeanz was slightly ahead of you. However, still had to kill Dragon.
Oh.
But Cruelbeanz failed the lava dive. You got the lava dive, and that was it.
Oh, that's pretty huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that was the deciding factor.
it forced me to go
Oh.
to C.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Yeah,
and that's what we said. If C had the boss, then that was Cruelbeanz match. He
Yep.
had that.
That's exactly what I told myself. If C's got Ridley, it's good. But
Yep. And I was thinking about how if C has something in Cruelbeanz, I thought so in my head, Cruelbeanz is more inclined to like not just chase majors because he like is comfortable with doing other tech. So I was like thinking there's a good chance Cruelbeanz went C. I mean, I wasn't trying to let it affect my play at all, but I was just in my head. I was like, if C has good stuff, then like I'm in trouble because I'm gonna do it last.
C
basically.
was a crapshoot. There was nothing there.
Yeah.
It was a big
I did every
50-50.
zone but C, so I knew that it like had nothing. But I guess I'm happy that it was like not a cheese. I won off being able to like do the lava dive, I guess.
If
And
it was
not,
C, that would have been really cruel. That would have been. It would have all been really bad for you, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would've been bad.
rough.
Beans, I was saying in one of our commentaries, I was like, yeah, now you got to change your name to Kind Beans. Nope, it would have gone right back if C had Ridley. Yeah.
Yeah. When I found
well.
out C had nothing, I was like, oh god, it's up there.
Now,
Yeah.
okay, I'll say this though. I have to ask this. It was asked in chat by Wooberries. What's the deal with going chair on the right?
I wanted to have fun with this. Normally I go into these races and I get really nervous and I start freaking out. So I said, I'm just going to have fun with this one.
No concerns
That's a good
with short
choice.
charging, none of
Yeah.
that stuff.
No. I mean, I had some issues with wall jumps and other things, but other than that, it was fun.
Wait, what was the question? Going chair?
Yeah, I
Chair
had
sprite.
He used
I did chair sprite. All 3 seeds.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
You get a minus a couple minutes off all your times now. That's actually crazy. That's the rules, I think.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
round
so-
3 for Cruelbeanz.
Yeah, we'll make
Yeah,
Cruelbeanz
wait a
advance and play Path here. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Chair sprite. That's nuts, dude. My
Yeah.
time's like doubled if I use a sprite like that, I think. I used to use that wolf sprite from Contra, but like
Yeah.
his short charge and walk animation's actually like not aligned right. So I used
You got to
that.
use the Dread sprite, the new
No,
Dread
oh, I
sprite.
used the-
That's great.
Yeah, I used
Ugh.
Oh,
there's-
yeah.
I used the
the
good one,
new one. Yeah.
Oh, the new one. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That one's a little rough.
The goofy one. It looks great
Yeah.
when you're not moving. I'll say that.
But yeah, real quick, we'll let you get out of here. I'm sure you guys are
Yeah.
exhausted. So Emmett, you play Path next.
Ooh.
How do you feel about that match?
You know, it's funny because when I was like getting good, Poff was like, I felt like a rival initially at like Mo and Poff were like rivals. But then I felt like I was farming them, which I was. But now it's back to Mo and Poff giga farming me. So
Yeah.
maybe I think, you know, if Poff thinks about the past, then maybe it can get in his head. But if Poff just plays confident, then like I'm in trouble. Like Poff's really good.
No, we don't want to hear that. You gotta lay it on him. You know, tell him
Yeah,
tell him who's
sure, my
boss
bad.
here. Okay, round 4 is yours.
Oh yeah,
All right?
all that, dude. Yeah, I hate the guy. Anyways,
Yep. All right.
Oh,
Perfect.
yeah.
We're building this up here.
no, I mean I'm excited to play Poff in tournament. It'll be good.
I don't know if you're reading chat though, but Path has a request. Yo, Emmett, let's use Mini Samus for our race.
Nope.
Hold.
Anyways,
Yeah. Half the
I'm
track
good.
team with Mini Samus. So.
nah, that's good. I'm gonna stay away from the clown fiestas. Thank you.
All right.
Banning all
Fair
the fun
enough.
modes. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Any other words from our racers here, or?
No, just GG's Cruelbeanz. You're always a really good sport. Very positive. So it was fun racing you, and GG's, man.
Yeah. GG's.
Till next time. And yeah, I'll get out of here. GG's again. Thanks to Braythorn and Oates for coming. And I think Rubu was on tracking. So thank you all.
Emmett, I've
Yeah.
got one last thing for you real quick.
All right.
I did have a little fear at the back of my head that the one time that now with me doing comms for one of your races, that you might have a computer issue with your stream. And I was like, please don't. I felt
Funny
the damn
enough,
thing.
it's not a computer issue, but I am having capture drops. So if that ever happens during the race, it's like for 3 seconds, but it's not a big deal. It's usually at the start. So still a last issue I'm diagnosing, but no, computer's been great. So
It'll be an issue when you advance forward in the seed about 15 minutes. Then we'll
Yeah.
question,
Ooh.
you know, what happened.
right,
But
right. All right.
All right.
GG's, guys. Thanks for
GG's.
coming.
Yeah.
Thanks,
GG's.
Emmett.
dude.
GG's Cruel.
GG's. Yeah. Just following him. Thanks for everything, guys. Thank you. This was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, very entertaining. So very well done. Thanks, Gruel.
Yeah. Thanks.
Absolutely. GG's Beans. All right.
All right.
And Oates, I got to say, it was great doing comms with you, man. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great doing comms with you. It was very, very entertaining matches. Had a lot of fun. So I'll let you say the final words here. And just real quick, yeah, thanks for letting me do these comms. And Rubu, thank you so much for tracking. I know that's a lot of work, and it seems like you're doing a lot of volunteering here. So we appreciate it a lot. So thanks.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rubu, for running tracking. I certainly don't want to do it. And it was definitely a great experience for me doing this with Oates here, who just so happened to be the person who got me into watching Super Metroid speedrunning. So that was cool. Thanks a bunch, Oates. And of course, my two buddies, Cruelbeanz and Imit, doing comps for the race was a lot of fun. But guys, we're going to close this out now. If you are not already following both of these awesome runners, you definitely should be. Those links are in chat. And if you want to follow myself or Oates and Goats or Rubu, those links are also there. And if you want to get involved with the crew that runs these awesome tournaments, there's still a need for commentary and definitely for tracking. So those links are there if you want to watch these, but also click buttons while doing so. That's basically what it is. So for all those out there who like to correct our trackers, this is a call for you. This is your calling. So that's going to do it for us here. Thank you guys so much for watching this amazing best of 3 between Cruelbeanz and Imit. We're going to be signing off now. But until the next one, See you next mission.